All right, welcome back, everyone. Hope you all are having a good day today. It's been a bit since I streamed last. Missed you all. So thank you all for joining again. We'll be back in Enshrouded, doing some building on the floating treehouse we started a while ago. So it'll be good to be back a bit. I have been crazy busy, of course. I'll fill you guys in and stuff throughout the stream. We'll be chatting, doing all that as well. Welcome in, everyone in chat. Stephanie, welcome. And yeah, I gotta head to bed, no worries. Hope you have a good night. Alpha, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Heck yeah. Entity, welcome. Amira, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Nicole, welcome. It's good to have you all here today. All right, so let's see here. We can get some stuff set up. I think we should be good. Sweet. All right. Hey, Joe the Wizard, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for the inspiration too, by the way. You sent me earlier for the hanging treehouse. You saw the stream was scheduled. Lecter, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Green Missy, some Chiselchip ASMR. It's been a week. Yeah, it's been a bit. It has been a bit. So yeah, to fill you guys in, I'm currently having some partnerships and stuff. With some games coming out, and a big one is Soul Mask. There were some delays, some little things here and there. So things got really hectic and really busy last week. I even had to cancel this morning's stream because I thought something was going to happen and ended up not happening. So then I was like, okay, I need a stream. It's been too long. I need to try to schedule something for the evening. So yeah, we're here again, and I'm happy to be back. But yeah, I'm really excited to be bringing some Soul Mask and other stuff to the channel and all of that. But you know, it got pretty busy and all over the place, such as sponsorships sometimes. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. Also, the release of my chatbot app is right at hand. I did a bunch of beta testing. Thank you to everyone who did participate in some beta testing or who's still beta testing it. Really appreciate all the feedback. I've been doing tons of bug fixes, all that stuff, and it should be out by the end of the month, which is really exciting. So if anyone is looking for a chatbot for multi-streaming to Twitch and YouTube with basic commands and alerts and all that stuff there, big thing about this one is you are in control of all your data. You don't have to hook your channels up to anything third party, because with a lot of chatbots, you basically give them permission to edit and delete your videos in your channel and all that stuff. So it's a very secure method, keeps you in control of your data, and also has cross-platform giveaways and all the stuff I've ever wanted in my own chatbot, which is why I made it. And it now is getting really close to being released. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on that. But yeah, that in combination with partnerships, all that good stuff. We've been busy for sure. We have been busy. And there's a lot happening this month. We've got the release of Crimson Desert as well, for any of you that saw the video that I posted. Was it last week? It was last week, which I'm actually pretty excited for. I think it looks pretty cool. And I figured I would do that little overview, sort of filling you guys in on the story of it and things like that. So maybe we'll talk about it a little more, but I've been looking for kind of a really fun solo adventure style game to do on the channel as just a fun thing for live streams and all. But yeah, I think it could be a fun one to add in. Yeah, Erks, I'm just gonna talk to you about that thing. Yeah, the chatbot stuff. No, I appreciate it. I really appreciate all the feedback. It's been awesome. Not going to collect and sell everyone's data for big bucks? No, Joe. I know, right? I should. No, we'll just have like a ton of ads on the screen, on the page of it. No, I'm kidding. Mention anywhere all the plugins you use besides the multi-stream one. Multi-stream is the only OBS like plugin that I use that's like OBS related. I do have all of the audio plugins that I use that probably none of you know what they are because they're all for music mixing and production. They're not streaming plugins. But yeah, Selenial, welcome in. 3D, hope you're doing well. Any contest updates very soon. I am waiting to hear back from one of the other judges. So hopefully we'll hear back, and then yeah, and then we can get some stuff out to you guys. I know, I'm sorry for the delay. I do have all my top picks in at this point. I think Glitch does as well, so yeah, we're just waiting on a few things. Should be soon, though. Yeah, anyway, set up a donation button. Possibly, Joe, possibly. I am also thinking about just having like a one-time really cheap payment or something on Gumroad for like lifetime updates or something like that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Waiting on Honey Boo Boo. Yeah, 3D. Pretty much. Well, hopefully she's doing well. I mean, she was getting back like last week, so we will have to see. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and launch up Enshrouded. We can keep chatting and building and just having a chill stream today. Catch up with y'all. There'll be a link to your channel on all the bots, right? I will. Yeah, because I will be having instructional videos on how to use it, so I will likely be putting links to those videos at least. Eddie, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. And Drag, darn right. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Keep building your spaceship and lurk in 3D. That sounds awesome. Sounds like a good time. I'm gonna go ahead and edit this. I think I turned the day down to be real short, so I'm gonna put it back on like, yeah, let's do 1 hour. We'll do like a 8 minutes night so that we can see some, or 4 minutes. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So we can see a little bit in the dark here and there. Sark, welcome in. Been watching you for a while. Really enjoying the content. Heck yeah. I appreciate you tuning in and saying hi tonight. Hopefully you all are having a good evening or morning, depending on where you're from. But yeah, apologies for all the weird stream times lately and sporadic schedule. It's been a lot of busyness. Happy to finish your entry. Heck yeah. Think gasping for breath, flat on your back. Yeah, no, those entries were freaking awesome. I absolutely love all of them. It was such a pleasure walking through all of them and checking them out, seeing all the inspiration. We could definitely do some more when we have like the top 5 or something. Do like a little summary thing there. See, my tune is dressed for building. We got the building robes on. The more fancy burlap, you know. And dying 3D, gotcha. You'll be building your spaceship and dying. You enjoy watching build? Heck yeah. We will be continuing our floating treehouse over there, hanging from the branch of the tree. And I did finish the wooden roof portion, like I told you guys I would. So yeah, we are going to be working on. You guys can probably guess it. You guys can probably guess it already. We're doing some more terrain roof work today, just a little bit. Let's see here. Let's jump on over here. I was messing around with some stuff, so we finished the wooden portion of the roof because it's basically just a mirror image of exactly what I did on the bottom, which we did on the stream last time. So I started messing around, and I think I'm gonna use this underwater luminous growth mixed in with the moss to build this roof, which I think could just look really, really cool. Surface Healer, welcome in. Hope you're doing well, lurking and reading. Heck yeah. Yeah, you're really building if you haven't died a couple times, though. Right. Just froze to death gathering gentail. Oh, the new one of the new plants. Yeah, nice ring of green, Joe. Yeah, so I want some of your all's feedback on this. So check that out first of all. I mean, it does look really cool in the dark to mix in some of this luminous growth here. But what I'm thinking is we just do either a couple rings of it, or I do stripes. So what do you? Oops. Come on. Can I? Nope. Hey, we got back up. We do like a ring or stripes, and what I mean by stripes is like maybe we just do this ring on the bottom as well as a luminous point on the top, and then the stripes would be like a strip of it going from here up to the point on all 4 sides. So one here, so we do like 4 little tiny like streaks of this luminous growth going up top. Or, so that's option 1. option 2 is to do some circles, like little stripes. Maybe like, I don't know, 3 blocks, 4 blocks apart, and just do some little rings around it. Some racing stripes. We could do 2 like little ones side by side on each thing. So that's what I was thinking. I don't know how each would look. I feel like maybe the rings could be kind of interesting. Keep it like a little thinner or something. You know, I could kind of just randomize it. That is something as well. Yeah, reborn media. Doing it just kind of like random and organic looking. I'm not sure that with the official like magic style of the you know, alchemist hut, given that that's what this is gonna be. You think 1 thick ring green Missy? Red barrel or 2 in there or something? Not sure which you prefer. Less straight up. Yeah, more rings. The ring already looks cool. Yeah, kind of like that idea. Repeat it. And welcome in, Timber. Hope you're doing well. A spiral ring? Yeah, a spiral going up. That could be really cool. It could be pretty involved, though. But it could be interesting. I feel like that would also depend because it would look, you know, slightly different, like on all sides. Maybe that would look better with like a larger roof, maybe, but flowing around the roof, more magical style. Squiggly little lines. That could be interesting. All right, some more. Yeah, so less the like stripes that go up and more like rings that kind of follow around. So we'll start with this one. And do I have moss in my inventory? Oh, I don't. How could I ever not have moss in my inventory? Okay, we getting moss. That's the first thing. I'm gonna get plenty of that. Floating random chunks of green. Tiny ones. Oh, like weird bugs or something. Yeah, like some little floating things around it. That could actually be kind of interesting. Yeah. Looks like a Christmas ornament hanging from distance. Yeah, it kind of does. That's probably what it's going to look like a little bit today. Before, it looked like a... whatchamacallit. It looked like a... birdhouse. That's what a bunch of you guys are saying. So today it's gonna be a Christmas ornament. All right. So yeah, we'll start working on that. I think like kind of moss around the top and outside, and we'll see how high up we go before we start the next one. But yeah, those like rings of green, I think they'll blend into the moss really nicely. And right now, by the way, I do have voxel details and foliage turned off. That's why it looks so smooth and, you know, you don't see any textures happening right now, just to be less distracting, a little bit easier to build. So I'm going to follow this around with the moss. So it's basically just going to be like on the bottom there. Already, once we kind of cover this first ring and get some of the moss going up, I think it's going to start looking pretty nice. Obviously, nighttime will be the better gauge of that, but we will see how things start being. I think one thing since Enshrouded's graphics update, I don't know if anybody else agrees, but I feel like the block here is just really bright. Like the bloom and the, you know, like the blueprint block, especially when you're in first-person building mode, I'm like, it's really, really bright, at least on my monitor. It's like they didn't have to make it quite so neon, maybe. It does provide some light around where you're building, so from that regard, it's nice. With that, like, really bright blue. Call that build mode, yeah, 3D. Modern Minecraft Junior wishes they had central storage access block. Yeah, that could be cool. Yep. Oh, there's a setting to adjust that? Wait, no way. No. Building in Windows, oddly enough. Nice, Alpha. Hey, Zero, welcome in. Wait, there is? I want to see this. Settings. It's probably in gameplay if it is. There's the Frost vignette. Hide helmet, hide gloves. Wait, it's actually a thing? Light sensitivity, so you're super excited to be able to turn it down? Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. All right, I gotta figure out where this is. Damage numbers. I don't know if it's in gameplay. That's where we had like the frost vignette, which I learned about, and I was super stoked about that. It is in display. Okay. Brightness, because we have all the usual stuff. Okay. Indirect lighting. Maybe it's like related to one of these. You guys know what it's under. Let's see, point light shadows, because there's no, otherwise there's no, there's the bloom strength. But that I like where it's at right now, based on like, I mean, for building though, it's true. What if I like just turn it like way down? Oh yeah, that just like gets rid of that entirely. I could do that. I mean, it makes the rest of the graphics a bit dull, but they already are kind of dull with turning everything off. So honestly, you guys like this better? Especially I'm doing lots of first-person building just to keep bloom turned down. And that way it's just not quite as like bright in your face, you know? I think that's kind of nice. Hey, Dirty Skirty, welcome in. Just starting? Yeah, we started, what? I guess 17 minutes ago so far, but we've been yapping, so, you know, the build just started. And Masco, and welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, no, I think this is good. I like being able to just turn it down temporarily when we're doing a little bit of building. Never mess with the bloom, but you have to now. Yeah. Right? This is nice. It's not actually that bad on the rest of the graphics, but yeah, when I turn it down, it definitely makes this a lot nicer, a little less harsh there. Yeah, it's definitely nice. All right, so we'll go in now. Let's see. Can I do one of these big guys here? I don't think so. I think we're going in with the single blocks here. With the moss. The moss boss. All right. We basically got to fill in every little crevice in here with more of it. Where is this build on the map? Always get turned around in this area. We are in the tree right below the Blackmire Ancient Spire. Not the little one, but like the first large tree down here. So there's the spire right over there. The water biome's off in that direction where the sun sets. And then we've got the big tree over there. So it's kind of like a nice viewpoint, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. No quests or anything going on over here, which is partly why I chose this location. And it was a good decision because we have had this build now for, we've had this world since the game came out, since day one. But we've been doing this build now for over a year, and so far it hasn't really changed, and all the terrain is still the same around here, so got lucky and they didn't really, you know, make the edges look all weird or things throughout all the updates. So that was kind of why I chose this place, be a little out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I love this location. It is a nice one. It really is. There was one location from the water contest that I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think it was like somewhere right in, I'd like to say like this area, somewhere in here, where it was like Blackmire bordering the, or maybe it was like more in here, maybe it was over here. I don't know entirely. I think it was more in this area, but it was like Blackmire bordering the water biome. And it just looked super cool. There was a big tree there. There was a little pond. And because you guys know I am looking for potential build locations for an endgame base. Because I do want to do a really big project with everything we've learned with this forest village. And put it all in one place with 1.0 release and everything. And get super creative. Do like a big custom tree from scratch. A full-on elven forest village, you know, with fishing huts around it and all kinds of fun stuff. Because this game, that's just where you can push this game to. You know, I don't have any other games where you can build foresty themed stuff the way you can in this game with the foliage and all the little options and things like that. So, yeah, I am on the lookout for some really nice locations, and I know there's a few. This is definitely one of them, but I kind of want to be near the water a little bit, if that's possible. So we'll see. We'll see what's over there. We'll have to look around. And yeah, Irksome, I have all the Forest Village videos in the Forest Village playlist. A lot of them are live streams. I also have a lot of the build videos in there from building the all the houses, you know, the barn, the treehouse, all that stuff is individual videos. But yeah, a lot of this stuff has been live. It's been fun chatting with y'all, figuring out fun ideas and stuff like that. Wouldn't have existed when you started this build. Yeah, exactly, Green Mizzy, exactly. Want to see a kind of large base? Yeah, on top of the Pillars of Creation. That's a great location as well. Especially mid-game, because it gives you access to so much of the map. It really does. And Kara, welcome in. Glad to catch another stream, heck yeah. Posted a roof ring idea in the general chat, just a quick sketch. Okay, Joe. Prefer Valheim building just because it's less overwhelming. No, you're absolutely right there. You are absolutely right there. Enshrouded is not targeted. Well, maybe they're targeted. I don't know. But like I say, they're not for the faint of heart when it comes to building. I'd say Enshrouded is probably the best building game I've ever played because it has so many options, and you really can just sink years into a build. But at the same time, it does get overwhelming sometimes. I do have to take lots of breaks from it, you know? Which, as a content creator, sometimes can be hard, because it's like, oh, I gotta find some other game or something to do to, you know, take a break from and that other people still enjoy. But yeah, it's definitely tricky, but I can't wait to hop back into Valheim with 1.0. That is going to be really, really fun. So definitely stay tuned for that. All right, this is going to be a little tricky. Well, these always are. These mossy roofs, always tricky. Post a link to the playlist. Be next because YouTube frowns upon random. Oh yeah, dropped in the live chats. Yeah, Irksome. I could try to do that, or you could just message me the link to the. Well, you can go on in the playlist section of my channel. It's in there. It's in there. Search the Forest Village. Yeah, Joe, we could do come build the mega build with you. Nomad Highlands, Valewater, Albaneve. Location is near your test base. Only place where there's 3 biomes meet. Oh yeah, some in that little area. There's some nice spots. There's some nice spots there for sure. All right, let's see here. We want to go over here, I think. And yeah, over there. Basically just following the entire moss interior. A little bit confusing here, but we'll get it. We did it once for the blacksmith roof. We can do it again here. All right, let's go in there and then all the way across here. So I'll just get this like bottom section done here, and then I'll check out what you posted, Joe. If you did a sketch of an idea here. But yeah, we'll get this little bottom chunk done here. It's just always hard with these guys to keep track of where you place the blocks. It could be interesting with terrain if they made a setting in this game where you could turn it on and see like the outlines of the voxels, like really faintly, so that like you know where you've placed blocks or not when it comes to terrain, all the meshing and stuff with it. Really cool smooth mountaintops between Alvaneve and Valewater. Yeah, there's some awesome spots over in there. A little less foresty, but because we're building like a, you know, we want to do like a custom tree and stuff. Yeah, the modding contest in Hightail Irksome. Do you know anyone who's gonna do anything for that? Sounds pretty cool. I love how they're involving the community like that. Ooh, it'd be fun. Place to build a house that glitches out as it crosses the boundaries and turns into a different style of house. Ooh, that could be interesting, Joe. Yeah. Tried the demo for Guardians of the Wild Sky and it was fun. Basically a more fantasy world of Palworld. Have you seen that yet? Yeah, I did. I did a stream a bit ago, if you want to check out the VOD on the channel, of checking out Guardians of the Wild Sky. I think it was very good. I did tell people, I was like, it's the Pal World that I would play. Because I don't know, the vibe of Pal World just wasn't quite it for me. It looked cute and fun. But I feel like Guardians of the Wild Sky is more like my style when it comes to the graphics and all of that. So yeah, I really liked it though. Performance-wise, it kind of sucked. It ran fine for me, but you know, on a 4090 and it was really heating my graphics card. I mean, kind of rightfully so, because it was rendering a lot. You know, there's a lot of, like, the view distance in that game is really far. You know, all this stuff, all the islands and everything. But it is only a demo, so I think that's the only potential downside. And then the building was lacking. They didn't really have a whole lot of roof pieces or things like that, which I'm a little picky on, especially nowadays with building games. I'm like, especially if it's not Enshrouded, like, give us a little bit of roof options so that I can, you know, build when I can't sort of custom place all the roof blocks and stuff. All right, let's just fill this all in, kind of do that. Know nothing about modding. The cash prizes are going to get some serious interest. Yeah, Irksome, I'm really curious to see. And they're clearly trying to push out the World Gen V2 on that. Because of the, yeah, because that was one of the criteria for the modding thing for Hytale. And for those of you who don't know, basically $100,000 cash prize divided up, what was it, among 65 modders. They're doing a mod competition for Hytale. Likely to gain, you know, input and inspiration from the community, but I think it's really cool how they do that. It's awesome when games, you know, get the community involved in that way. Have I seen Voidbound be a good single-player game to stream? I have not, actually. I might have to check it out. Yeah, Tony, definitely. Being picky about roofs, never. Yeah, Irksome. What you're talking about. Yeah, building was rough with Guardians, even using the snapping options. They didn't perfectly line up. It was weird. Yeah, that's kind of a classic thing with some demos. I remember when Valheim did have that issue at one point. Yeah, but it's yeah, those it's always tricky. Always tricky doing that. All right, let's go ahead and do another ring. I'm kind of debating here. We've got that first ring. Okay, I'm gonna go look at what you were posting, Joe, and try to do that. You know, look into the release estimation for Update 4 in Hytale. Oh, are they already saying stuff? And Leaf, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. All right, yeah, I'm gonna check it out, Joe. If you said you posted it in general here, little sketch sort of thing. Oh, yeah, like rings around it where they're not touching. Yeah. That could be really cool, I think, for a larger roof, though, because, see, what happens here, Joe, is when I turn on the foliage, this luminous green stuff, I'll just call it luminous green stuff, the underwater luminous growth is really fuzzy and bushy, so, yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking there. It might be a little distracting with, because this is a small roof, you know, all things considered. It's pretty small. Yeah. Only get info on Hytale from random videos. Sound they should be more active on their Discord. They don't post a whole, like, I'm on their Discord, and they don't post a whole lot on there. Like, you know, I haven't noticed a whole lot, yeah. From that regard. I tend to see, like, you know, when it comes to the most amount of news, I tend to see a lot of stuff on, like, you know, whether it's X or something along those lines. Yeah, makes sense. Forgot about the fuzziness. Yeah, Joe. No, it's a cool idea, though. Let me show your thing here. Yeah, so this was Joe's, like, sketch, if it shows up with, you know, the stream compression and stuff there. having like the rings, you know, going up the roof and stuff that are like not quite touching. That could be kind of interesting. Extremely excited by some stuff. You've seen about the next update, what they're doing with the watering can. Yeah, that's awesome, Irksome. I've kind of been just letting it cook for a bit, and then, you know, maybe we'll jump back in again and stuff. I think that could be pretty cool. Yeah, like little Halos 3D, exactly. You can place the watering can in the latest pre-release. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. It's a fun alchemist idea. Would look good with the floating pieces. Yeah, I think that definitely could be neat. Yeah, it's always tough. It's always tough in that regard because of the furriness on it. It's like we need some glowing stone or something. Oh, if you knock out one block and fill it with green glowing stuff, it will only show the spots and not the fuzz as long as you place them out enough. Oh, that's actually true. Just like in terms of dispersing it into the moss here. What happens? Yeah, how does this look when I turn the foliage back on from what we've already done here? Let's see here. Small foliage. Going back on. So that has like the fuzziness on the bottom, but that's not, I don't think that's gonna be too bad. I think it's definitely time for another ring. Or maybe we do just have the ring on the bottom and like a point on the top. I'm wondering. Upside down drip idea coming from the roof, that could be interesting. Hello, other Joe. We got Joe the Wizard and Joe BB. Hope you're doing well. It holds more water. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's great. How's life? It's been busy. It's been busy. Yeah, I was saying at the beginning of the stream. I've got some Soul Mask partnership stuff going on in the background that I am not allowed to talk about yet. And anyway, some really busy stuff, and then also getting ready to release my chatbot as an app, and trying to follow along with all the latest games and all kinds of stuff that's being teased and stuff like that. We're getting the release of Crimson Desert on the 19th, which is going to be coming up before we know it. That's going to be crazy. And I thought it looked really cool. You know, it does look like there's a little building in it, which could be interesting to check out. About using bark for the upper half. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. And I'm mixing it in. That could be interesting. I think the only thing I'd be worried about with that is like just matching the other style, because each build could have like a little something that's unique about it, but I find that like I already build like really hectic as is. So when I try to do things that are different from the other builds, like all the builds in my forest village right now have the mossy roof. So I was like, how could I do this one like mossy roof, but like with a twist? But putting some bark in maybe could work, because it does have that greenish, like it would definitely match. But then it might not like stand apart from the branch quite as much, but we'll see. Extra ring in the middle somewhere. Add depth to the roof because you'll only see it, yeah, from the side, one ring at a time. No, that's just true. Yeah, looking forward to that stream. Combat in Crimson Desert looks interesting. Yeah, I think it could be a fun one to try. I mean, I'm planning on trying it, I think. Yeah, I mean, and I wanted to do maybe another video at some point talking about it more, because there's more that's being released and stuff about it. Some people that got to go and test some exclusive gameplay, test the performance, all of that stuff, and it does look pretty cool. In line with Joe, oh yes, for the chatbot stuff, donations, Patreon have a one-time option. No, yeah, I don't think so, actually, Irksome. And it's not a very common thing for that, you know, like I said, I think I'm gonna do it through Gumroad because it's more trusted by a lot of people, it's more mainstream. They do take a slightly bigger cut than Patreon, but it's, you know, it could work. It could work out okay. And it's not anything too bad, and for them to be able to easily manage updates, notify people if there are, have a little storefront with it, and all the documentation, I think it could be an easy way to go there. Don't know how to make your display name appear. That is something with YouTube now. They're just displaying the @ usernames now, which is similar to a lot of platforms. I think with the saturation on YouTube, how much the platform keeps growing every single year, I think they're doing that just so that, you know, you get a ton of people with the same name in a chat or something. It's easier to be able to define them, but yeah. And yeah, Irksome, I was definitely considering that. There was a lot of consideration and research into like, oh, what could be the best way to release it. But yeah, I'm thinking Gumroad right now as far as that goes. Ooh, I like the idea of the rings. I really like this idea of the rings. I think we do, yeah, like 3 or 4 blocks apart for them, and then kind of do them maybe one more. We got like 2. Yeah, we could do a few more. At least 2, 3, maybe. We'll see what things look like when we continue it up. And we'll see what it looks like at night and with all the foliage back on and stuff, but I think that could look interesting. Set a release date for Crimson Desert and a price. Yes, they did. They did, Irksome. March 19th for about $70 US. It's a pricey game, which is definitely going to rule out some people. And it's a game that, you know, I normally don't go for things quite like that, but I've never really immersed myself into like a story style game like that. You know, I've always wanted to play like The Witcher and stuff, and I'm like, you know, this might be the chance, like, try out some of the new, you know, tech and just see what like a new really good story game could be like. And yeah, I trust the release. I think it looks pretty cool, and I think it'll be neat to try out. Another legendary roof by Chiselchip. Will you match it on the bottom? I do have the bottom as a... It is like a upside down version of this with the VUCA temple roof or whatever that one is. Or not the VUCA, the Drakdal temple roof block. You can see in the if I zoom out with the flame altar. I've got it down there. It's a little hard to see, the little point or in the thumbnail there. So it does mirror, and I will be using like a little bit of luminous growth, luminous like blocks kind of mixed in a little bit. Oh, a design theory you might like is to make the rings an odd number and then group them unevenly. Yeah. You did 3 rings, 2 of them would be closer together. You do 5. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. Helps with depth, because we could do closer together on the very bottom. So maybe those 2, and then we do like slightly spaced out, or and then, well, let's see here. What would make the most sense if I have, you know, these are the proportions roughly. I was kind of thinking a luminous bit on the very top of the roof, like the very point could be luminous. So do we try to do 2 more rings in between here and the point for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, and, you know, 4 rings plus the point? Or do we try to do 2 more? Do we try to do just 1 more and space it up a little higher? Do we do 3 more and kind of crunch them in a little close? The higher you go, the further they should from one another. Say 1 more, Tony. Just 1 more in between here and then the very point. Like maybe, see where my red X is? Let's go up a little bit. And yeah, like about where the red, I know this is hard to see, but that little red X, about where my character's head is, could be where the next ring goes, and then 1 at the very point. So that way it's like kind of spacing out a little bit farther. 1 more close to the bottom, and at the top, close to the point. Oh, okay. So you think like two, like one that's like spaced with this one, and then like a gap, and then another one at the top. Set the tip on fire for you. Does that count? Irksome. Could put a little like torch at the very top or something. That could be interesting. Because yeah, I know it looks like there's a lot of spacing between these two rings, but there's not really, because it just kind of, it slopes in a lot. So like from the side, it won't look like they're too spaced out. Let's see here. So this is an interesting. Like I never thought the rings would be hard. In terms of like evenly sort of glowing, like kind of one above, you know, either one about right here at my feet. We could do one there, and you know, if we did two more, we could do one about there, and then one that's up a little closer. Or if we wanted to do the evenly spaced thing, maybe, you know, I don't want it to be too crazy. So maybe we do one at my feet right here, about one ring here, and then one at the very point. Because just the one at the bottom was a lot of light at night. And when it gets to be night again, we'll be able to see all that. But yeah, I think maybe I'll go with that. We'll go with one more ring in between here and the point, and see how it looks. We can always go back and add more or remove it. I know it'll take some time, but we can do that. Mad Macload, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Sounds good to you, Joe? Yeah, we'll try it. I think that'll be good. Like enough to sort of do that, but be a little less distracting maybe than having too many. You know, I want to err on the side of like fewer, so that they can really be seen and be nice there. So yeah, what I'm thinking in that regard, like, because if this roof was a lot larger, you could take the amount of blocks that it is high. You know, this roof is about, what is it, about 20 blocks tall, I think. You know, you take that number and then you could divide it to sort of space them like close at the bottom and spread them out. But I think like maybe the blacksmith roof, that would have looked better on, or something where they're, you know, where it's a little bigger, you have a little more room. Yeah. Back up your worlds before and add the next ring in case you don't like it. Yeah, it's true. I could. It's not, I'm not too concerned though, but, where do you want folks' attention to go? Yeah, probably more toward the bottom there, which is why I'm thinking, even, you know, maybe we don't, well, we'll see. We'll see what things look like at night, honestly. I'm gonna go up with moss, because I already know I want to go up with moss more on here before we add the next ring. And then by the time it gets dark, maybe we'll get a sense of what we want to do. Or I can purposely go and make it dark for a bit just to do a little planning. Because maybe I don't have any more rings. Maybe we just sort of have that wide bottom ring and then the little point of light at the top. And maybe that's like more than enough to like way over illuminate the entire roof. So that could be fine. Closer rings are, the more attention it will attract. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. So the bottom, if we've got those two that are kind of close together, maybe. Yeah, thickness is another way to break up. Yes, the imagery in a nice way. This is very true. This is very true. I really like the rain in this game. It's not like too overpowering or anything. It's like just a little something. Be kind of cozy. You can spell sometimes, Symmetry. Yeah, Joe, you know, you're probably better than I am at it. We all know that. You too, Mad Macload. Not today, Joe. Hey, you know I won't be judging you for that. That's all good. That is all good. We all know Chisel likes to read. And spell, for sure. I have been called dyslexic plenty of times. I'm not officially. I could get... Well, I'm getting better, okay? I'm getting better with the more I actually practice, because reading chat and also like writing out videos or other things is more than I've ever really done in school. I would always slack in school, or like if there was reading, I would just listen to the audiobook version if I could find it somewhere, like cracked on YouTube or something like that, because I was I didn't like reading, so I just never got practice or a whole bunch of vocabulary, you know. Reading chat while streaming is hard. Yeah, Irksome, it's not as easy as you might think. I mean, especially, you know, all these names that come in here and there that I absolutely butcher, but used to joke on you about being slow, but man, no, it's true. It's true. It's easier the more you do, but yeah. Man, I really am thinking like maybe no more rings, just this one near the bottom and then one at the very tip. Almost looks like a witch's hat or something, which could be the vibe I'm going for an alchemist hut. So maybe, yeah, we skip the ring here. Either way, if I'd want to do it, I'd want it a little higher, so let's go up more with the moss. The moss boss has spoken. Alright, let's get up here. Come across. Oh, this is kind of easy. Just do like a top-down view and go all the way around. Agree with the 3 rings, just the 2 at the bottom and then a point at the top, or one more in between. Oops, let's see here. Where did I? Is that already all up? Oh no, we left over here. Okay. Cool. Let's go over here then. Just the 2 and the point. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning toward that. With how small this is, it might just look right to do that. All right, make sure I'm not going too. Okay, yeah, I think this is good. And is this a official? Yeah, moss piece there. Okay, and a couple there. Oh, I can see the Godfather-inspired Moss Boss shirts and the Moss Father. Bob Moss and the Moss Father. Yes. If you went thicker, want more, you could just make one of the lower ones thicker. True, Joe. This is true. I was even thinking like maybe some foliage or vines hanging around the rim of it. You know, we'll see what happens, but I think I want like one very clear ring, which is kind of what we have right now. And then the bottom one could kind of like blend into some vines, and then we could have the top one, because I think this one ring will, like, this stuff glows really, really intense. It's a lot more than you think. So it's probably gonna illuminate quite a bit, is what I'm thinking here. Well, they added thunder as well. Yeah. No, the environment is awesome in this game. It really is. Kiss the Moss Father's mossy rings. A bandit elf cap. Yeah, pretty much. The, you know, leprechaun hat, maybe. Oh, true, Green Missy. I'll call you Green Mossy in this stream. Don't need to make it fully thick. You can do just points, make it jagged. Yeah, break up the moss above. That is true. Kind of blend it in some interesting way. Yeah, the larger you build, the more options you have when it comes to blending things. You know, when you build smaller, it's a little harder to do that just because of the scale, but. She listens to her inner moss. Oh my goodness. That's another thing I still gotta do. I still gotta get some merch made. Getting some designs here and there, but that's what I'm hoping to relax in by the end of this month. 100% Hobbit on the inside. Will gladly be Green Mossy. All right, that'll be your new channel nickname here. Green Mossy instead of Green Missy. Shroud soil is nice as terrain. Oh, yes. Oh, that stuff is pretty cool. Let's see here. I want to kind of go up. Yeah, this works. The second row. And yeah, if I want another ring, I can add it after the fact. For now, I'm just going with our plan to have the bottom ones as well as a top one, and we'll see how the whole thing looks at night. Because the luminous is going to light up the moss a lot too, I have a feeling. Ooh, let's see. I want it there we go. Perfect. Oh, Green Missy, you have the moss emoji, I think. You're a member. It should be in there somewhere. I think I put it on YouTube. If I didn't, I need to add it to YouTube. Alright, so we'll fill in on this whole, like, center section. And we'll continue, keep going up. Hey, it is on YouTube. Good. Erkson found it. There we go. Alright, cool. Yeah, so now it's just a matter of going up. Green mossy, there you go. You got it. Yeah, moss in between two. Yep. Be funny if you could use like custom emojis in your YouTube username. Just hit the emoji button. There you go. There you go. Yeah, they should be in there. Should be in there at the top. All of the little custom ones there. Something I was wanting feedback on as well, now that a few of you are in here, is what are your favorite video styles when it comes to like news style videos or first look style videos? And what I mean by that is, like, you know, for example, the Crimson Desert video. Okay. Clearly, I'm distracting myself again. The Crimson Desert video I posted, you know, is like I was on a time crunch, so I just scripted the whole thing, and which works. You know, then I can get stuff across quickly or other stuff like that. But I'm wondering, you know, how much do you guys like that versus, like, you know, if I were to do like a news style video or checking out games or reacting to stuff, just like sitting down for 10 minutes and like pulling up some posts and like doing it kind of off the cuff, having like conversation style, but like not live, if that makes sense. So like, you know, what do you guys like when it comes to things like that, you know, or kind of like a blend of both, you know, maybe for certain important points to include or stuff like that. Maybe it's too complicated for some people to answer if you're not, you know, content creators or whatever, but like, I'm just curious to see what you guys prefer and like when it comes to things like that, you know, because there's a lot of different styles, and I haven't dabbled in those videos very much. To be honest, you know, they're a newer thing for me that I've been having fun with lately, of just like, yeah, let's check out some games, you know, do like reactions to stuff, learn about more of what's going on, things like that, especially as there's more coming out. And so yeah, I was curious. Grimy, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, love off the cuff, Joe. Good to know. I think YouTube just had an aneurysm when you mentioned emojis in usernames. Oh yeah, Erkson, true. Could do a blend, some script to start, end with some, yeah, okay, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because, yeah, I think, you know, I've always been such a perfectionist. So when it comes to videos, I have a hard time bringing myself to just talk off the cuff, because I'm like, oh, this is going to be shit. Like, this is going to be absolute shit. But at the same time, I get better by doing more of it, right? And if they're shit at first, you know, maybe that's okay. Everybody starts somewhere. And I'm thinking, you know, It's like, well, if I can stream, if I can talk enough here, and I've been surprised at how many people put up with my my mellow personality, then I'm like, all right, maybe we could sort of do like a combo of that. Like off the cuff stuff in the guides. That's good, yeah, Alpha. Yeah, and all the guides I do actually aren't scripted. Every build video I do or everything like that, because the script for those is like the build or the game itself, if that makes sense. So like, yeah, when I'm doing build videos or guides, it's like, oh, here's what I want to teach. I don't really have, you know, maybe if there's some important points I need to mention or something, I'll put them in like a little bullet or something. But definitely a by situation selection, right? Like the idea of blending them. Yeah, okay. So something like, you know, if there's important points to mention, or like a strong intro, for example, because obviously we got to hook the algorithm as well. We gotta goose the algorithm. And so like, you know, hooks, strong intro stuff, you know, points to mention, things that, you know, or if there's quotes, for example, that I need to, you know, refer to that help people understand things better, you know, write those down. But like, you know, maybe less, you know, memorization, so to speak, and more just like, all right, if there's a note, I'll just look at my, like, we just have like a more conversation style video, and I could try some of that. Yeah, do whatever's most comfortable. The idea, start with a script and jump into some stuff. Yeah, off the cuff is great. Find more comfortable, get practice at pushing yourself. Yeah, exactly. And I'm kind of like, I kind of want to learn, you know, learn and do more of that, you know. Sometimes, like, you know, on my other channel as well, when I start doing more guides and things, some of those will be scripted. You know, purely because it's like, all right, I have like a lot of important information I want to share and be sure I include, or stuff like that. But it's like, yeah, for some of the game news videos or update style stuff or things like that, it's like, maybe we try to make them a little more conversational, at least like, you know, in the middle of the games or stuff like that. I haven't done any videos versus streams, which you have done many of. Haven't done many of either, but never thought of doing a script for things because it would feel awkward to you as a person. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I'll mention the algorithm. Made a mistake of watching a video review certain keyboard you were looking at, and YouTube's now feeding you keyboard reviews. Who's that keyboard guy that wears like the keyboard jacket and the you know, he reviews his windows or his keyboards at the window and his cat stand. Oh my god, how am I forgetting his name? Because yeah, I went down the keyboard rabbit hole as well at some point. Activate mom mode, Green Missy. Like Hippiotech, I think was his name. He's probably shown up for you or some. Give you keyboard PTSD. Yeah, something that you're comfortable with, but also gives you a lot of, yeah, challenging edge. If you struggle with off-the-cuff, Blend sounds like a perfect start. Yeah. And I've done, you know, like, I kind of do enjoy lots of, like, off-the-cuff stuff, but I think I'm just practicing more of, like, all right, how do we, like, keep it succinct and good and other things? But I think that really just comes with practice, you know? You watch other large creators who do it more off the cuff, because like ultimately the fastest way to do a video is off the cuff, right? Because it's like, all right, if I don't have to spend the time scripting or things, like the second fastest is scripting, because then you're like, okay, you can write it out, think about it, you know, whatever. But I think off the cuff is something anyone can really get good at with enough practice. And I often tell myself like, oh, I'd suck at that, but it's like at the same time, I've been good at it. I think if I take long breaks and I just don't do it, because that's the issue, is like, oh, if I don't have time to do a big script today or plan this thing out, but like, let's say I found something cool on X or Reddit or something like that, and I'm like, hey, you know, this could be for a cool video, like people might want to know about this or whatever, something I find related to a game we're talking about, or like, just sit down and do it, right? And I think I've, you know, especially when I'm busier, I tend to, you know, and I know some of you might be like, don't worry about it, but it's like, I know that I want to get better about doing content, being more consistent, even when I'm busy, even if I might not feel like it sometimes, whatever, just by being able to be inspired and you know, sharing a quick thing here and there. And I think I want more practice with that, you know, because when I take long breaks for the sake of like, oh, being busy or not having the time, then I literally get worse. Like I'll come on after, you know, maybe not streaming for like 2 weeks or something. I'll be super rusty. I'll be like, oh my gosh, I suck at streaming now. You know, maybe you guys don't notice it, but it's like I'll definitely notice that sometimes when I'm out of practice. And it's like the consistent act of just like showing up, learning how to talk, doing stuff. Yeah. Off the cuff is easier for people to know everything about the topic and be hard. Yeah, and that could be hard with video games, for sure, irksome. And it's especially hard with me sometimes because I'm the jack of all trades, master of none type of guy, right? Like, I don't play one video game forever. I don't have my channel on, like, you know, the one thing. It's just not the type of person I could ever be. And so it's always hard when, you know, I watch other creators who are like, oh, you know, there's someone like, oh, if I want to try Grounded, for example, I'm like, oh, wait, there's this other Grounded creator who just does Grounded who's got like 200,000 subscribers. I'm like, oh, no way I could compete with them, right? So it's like there's this happy medium. There's this balance of like, you know, yes, I could do research about things, you know, competing in certain niches, but at the same time, you know, realizing it's like, yeah, I'm not one of those people that's like, has every bit of knowledge up my sleeve about the one thing, right? Which, you know, it's like a blessing and a curse. I think long term, I could, if I learn to use it well and really create those more conversational style videos and like looking at lots of things, I think it could be really good because then it's like, oh, my eggs aren't in one basket, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, it can also be pretty hard because when big launches or releases happen, and it's like, oh, you know, this looks really interesting, but oh, my channel's not about this yet, right? Yeah, a lot of creators get pulled into to the idea words. If it works, don't change it. Yeah, for your personal line of work, enjoy finding things that challenge you and help you grow. Yes, yes. That is one of the things I like most about YouTube. That is one of the reasons I love doing YouTube. Nothing ever stays the same. Some people hate that about YouTube. Some people like me love it about YouTube. The algorithm's always changing, people are always changing, the world is always changing, and it makes it very interesting for me. Keeps things always new, which is a big thing for me. I like innovation, and it's like one of the biggest things that drew me to Crimson Desert. I was like, you know, maybe it's not a building game, but like the graphics and the tech for Crimson Desert are top notch. And it drew me in. I was like, I want to check this out. You know, it made me interested. And I think it's like as an inspiration even for survival games, like what we might see in the coming years when it comes to graphics and function and stuff. Like they're gonna have some of the best water physics. They're gonna have some best level details and lighting and stuff. You want to push off the cuff, try bullet point list of key points, make yourself on track without going full script. Yeah, exactly, Green Mist. Yeah, I think that's like always a must, at least, you know, I mean, some people, like, at least starting out, right? At least starting out. It's like, I think of some people, who just see something, you know, I don't know if any of you guys watch, like, you know, Charlie, Penguin Zero, channel. You know, he'll just like see something, see some posts, and then just like riff about it for a while. But he's been doing it for years. It's comfortable to him. He knows exactly how to structure the videos and what to do. And it's like he doesn't have any bullet points or anything anymore. But it's like I feel like starting that way is always always nice. Build videos are great. Yeah, have fun, relax, explain. Yeah, like you do your tutorials. That's true, Selenial. Just, like, get in the mood, and then, like, trust that I'll be able to talk about it, right? Yeah. Like Valheim Vanilla versus modded? Yes, this is true. Alright, the very peak of this. What shall we do here? This is where I wanted the ring of light. Let's go ahead and continue up by a couple of the little cubes here. And I think I need to, at the very least, continue them like on the sides like this. Alright, something like that. Raw video content streams not edited are boring to watch if you are not a fan. Yeah, what could work is if you don't have tons of time editing, take an interesting question from the audience, you elaborate on this while you stream, then cut. Yeah, cut the section, directly provide interesting content without editing a whole lot. For example, how do you create a ring of green roof in your cabin? No, it's true. What's the most impressive thing you've ever seen? Yeah, build you've ever seen, etc. No, that's very true. That's very true. I think I sometimes get nervous to chop live stream content because, like, oh, I stream on YouTube as well. You know, like I see a lot of Twitch streamers who will stream on Twitch, then chop the VOD up, you know, and then pop it on YouTube. But because it's like, oh, well, I stream on YouTube as well, so sometimes I'm like, oh, do I, you know, would I be able to, you know, would people still watch a chopped up version of a, you know, YouTube VOD, so to speak? Oh, the ads while I was answering. No, yeah, I said I agree with that, you know. But yeah, talking about like it, you know, when it comes to you know, chopped up VODs of something that maybe people have already seen, like, and I have done it a couple times, if you guys remember, for like Under a Rock and stuff. You know, I took some clips of the stream and then put them together in a video that was like, you know, 20-minute video from some clips of the stream, and I think people still enjoyed it. I think people still watched it, even though a bunch of people saw the stream, you know. But that could probably work, because I'm definitely not going to give up streaming on YouTube. You know, if anything, that's the, you know, this is the platform I'll be sticking with for a while. I feel like the bottom row of this, let's see, maybe this works. That'll be okay. Looking good, thanks, Joe. Need more Hundrix covers, Isaac? Somehow reminded me of a plugin you're gonna suggest? What is it, Irksome? Oh, it splits video and audio in some cases. Oh, and chat. Yeah, Irksome, I would love to hear, because I do have a whole thing that splits, like, when I record, it splits every bit of audio track and everything else, but yeah, some, like, video and chat tracks, you know, to be separate definitely can be helpful. Not about competing, focus on creating your own lane. Yeah, your uniqueness drives the content. Exactly. It's kind of funny. I feel like I'm having, like, you know, like you guys are giving me like a little pep talk right now. It's like I'm the big streamer supposed to be telling you otherwise, but then it's like, you know, it's just fun, you know. It's like, I'll be honest with you guys, of like, this is content creation, you know, and I figure I'll talk about it sometimes, because I really value you know, all of your feedback, because like I'm making content for you guys being the viewers. And I feel like, I don't know, sharing some behind the scenes or experiences or things like that. Can't wait to see it at night. Yeah, I think it's gonna look pretty cool. Debating a little bit of a roof fix. I don't like what's going on up here. I've got an idea, but yeah, anybody planning on, you know, anybody participating for one, or planning on tuning in for ValCon? Unfortunately, I didn't have the time to build anything or do much for it this year. But yeah, I'll tune in a bit. Yeah, Irksome, appreciate it. Feel the moss. Be the moss. The moss is the way. Yeah, the moss on the top needs to be very exactly. That is exactly what I was planning on doing. So I'm going to take my cube, and we are going to obliterate that. And then I'm going to, let's put a another little thingy up here. I need to go up by 2 blocks at least with the moss here before I do the luminous growth, because it just didn't quite, yeah, it didn't quite work. And I could remove the chain and then put the chain back, but yeah, let's do 2 lines of that so that it points up a bit, and then the luminous growth on the top of that. And then instead of 2 things of luminous growth, let's just do 1 row, like 1 little thing like that. Yeah, that's more what I was going for. That's the point. Yeah, that's what I was missing. Let's do that. Yeah. Must be with you. Maybe I could start a ShroudCon. This is true. That could be pretty cool. Could get a group together and do something like that. You will be, Mia. Are you doing anything for it? And welcome in, by the way. You building something? You don't have to tell us if you don't want. We'll be able to see it. Yeah, it's always fun. I did last year. It was the I did the Troll Cave Hobbit House build for it. That video ended up doing pretty well. Falcon is a con. Thought someone was trying to spell volcano. Yeah, so it's like a whole online convention that a group of Valheim creators kind of got together to do, and you know, other creators can submit content, and you know, there's like mini games. They open up some Valheim servers, you know, little booths for the creators. It's like a whole virtual Valcon sort of a thing, you know, a fan created event. Hey Anna, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Having a good evening. Hut is coming along well. Yeah, I think so. I think the 2 rings at the bottom is gonna give us what we want. Hey, that's looking good. There's our first like far back with the roof being done. And now that it is done, we can go ahead and put our graphics back on. Oh, that actually looks really cool. I kind of like the little foliage fluff that comes out of it. That's gonna look cool at night, I think. Want to build something? Yes. Last year just had a booth and streamed your experience for 16 hours of the 24-hour event. Oh my gosh. How do you stay awake for that long? That's crazy. Yeah, that would be cool though. Definitely keep me posted. I would love to tune in or see what's going on. And trusted Force Padawan. Yes, Millennial. You were dead the next day. I figured it's like some streamers just go all the time, you know, or drink like tons of energy drinks or whatever. I find that like my healthy limit seems to be like, you know, like 6 or 7 hours maybe. somewhere around there. No fall deaths yet, Casey. Wonder why you're here. Weren't you or no, you're going on later a little bit. So maybe I'll be able to catch the tail end. Yeah, gonna look great at night especially. Yeah, with bloom back up to 0. Yes, true. Now I will try to do that. Yes. Couple of close calls, for sure. Yes. This is true. I do have a glider. Yes, that as well. Let me go ahead and let's kind of switch some things to night and, you know. Oh, you go online at about 20. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because it's not quite as late as some of your later ones here. I'm going to go back to the main menu. Or is it already getting late now? I haven't been on for that long. Guess it is. I'm going to make the night a little bit longer. Night duration. Let's go 8 minutes and 8 minutes. There we go. Now we'll just kind of get like some even night day that doesn't feel like too fast, but don't give them ideas, Casey. No one's disabled the glider yet. They haven't. All right. So now it'll start getting dark eventually. Oh, that looks really cool actually. And then the whole inverted one at the bottom. And something like missing at the bottom. I'm thinking, what color luminous blocks do you guys think at the very bottom? Do we do blue? Do we do green again? We could do the ectoplasm blocks at the very bottom point. Oh, that looks really cool actually. Oh my goodness. Look at that. And we need to put the balloon back up. Hang on. Nope, not difficulty. Settings, display, where did I put it all the way down? There we go. Oh yeah, that's really cool. Hold my beer, where's my beer? Quickly puts in the redeem. Think stick with the green? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, because I'm thinking, yeah, a little bit of like a little green thing on the bottom. Yeah, I like this. I think it's cool. It lights up and it almost like shades the like moss section. I think that's looking pretty sweet. And even like lights up the whole like front of the tree there. Yeah, that's enough. I definitely did not need to do more rings. And what with the foliage on, it's good. All right, that's pretty cool. green, which looks like a window in the bottom, more discreet. Ooh, very true. Maybe do something like that. Because yeah, I was thinking we could try to do like some little like stair. So I want like a windy. Oh my goodness, Catesy. Okay, let's disable the glider for a little bit. You think just to mirror it for the bottom? Yeah, like just like a little tip, but the green ectoplasm block instead of the green foliage down there. And this for the alchemist, where are you gonna put his workstations? I mean, good question. Well, we'll fit them all in here. We should fit a bunch of them. Yeah, a giant Christmas tree ornament. Takes about. Oh my goodness, wreaking havoc already. Yeah, that looks pretty cool though. I really like it. And then when we get some like gold and purple lighting on the inside, I think that's gonna be what I go for. The gold and purple lighting. Tiara, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. I think that would look really cool. But yeah, I love that green rim. I have never done that. It just mixes so well with the mossy roof style here. That is just like fantasy galore. Like seriously, this could look like really cool if I did like a bunch of these hanging from like a giant tree. Like a bunch of ones like different sizes. We have a few minutes, have to make it memorable. All right, Gatesy. Inverted Christmas tree. Yeah, I have to put in your notes. Plans for Ember to make sure you have room for the workstations. It's true. Although, yeah, I think we'll fit what we need in here. Because in the very center of the build, I'm going to have a mini spiral staircase. And what do you guys think when it comes to that? Like, should I use props? What could be the best for a little spiral staircase in the center? Like the little castle tables, maybe? The little bookshelf pieces. I'm trying to think of something I can walk up without getting stuck in. You know, like, because I could do blocks, but I don't know if I want to do blocks. So I'm kind of thinking, or the signs, right? Yeah, the signs definitely make for a cool staircase as well. We're gonna have to get some different options. All right, Casey, have a good stream. Thanks for tuning in. About actual books, do like a book staircase? I've never seen that done. That could be interesting. Using purple lamps as the staircase. Like props, unless Balthazar is going to be going down them. This is true. He would not be able to navigate his house. Props. That's like a 4-hour plus stream, placing just those. This is true, Green Mess. It would take a while to do the staircase. Any of the crypt pieces be small enough? Barriers, posts, and simple wood are working well. Okay. Alright. Alright, Gatesy. Gatesie's everywhere. A book staircase would be so fun. That could be interesting if I could pull it off. Like do the staircase, but then like put books within it. That could be really cool. So the center, I want it to be like a pillar, and I'm gonna use the well blocks, I think, for it. Although maybe we do the midnight, the starlight block. Let's do the starlight block. So I'm gonna get rid of those. Where's the thingy over there? I nearly did it. I don't have a glider. Catesie's gone. Is Catesy gone yet? Is she gone now? Are stairs actually going anywhere? Yes, they are. So I'm going to have them go to a loft up there, and I'm going to have one like mid-level loft. So it's only going to be around like part of the build, like a half loft, about halfway up this build, and then I could even have them go into like a little basement area as well. We could do it. That means I need a grapple on the other side here, which I don't have another one here, do I? All right, I'm gonna put these, I'm gonna put my glider on now. I was too smart to die. I need to get down here. Better have equipped it. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna put my lights back because, and start clearing my inventory a little bit so that we can, go and grab some stuff. Let's see here. All right, I want that one. The crypt wall skull, I'll keep those ones in my inventory because we might use them as well. And then all of the moss in here. Okay. Yeah, Eric, some liking the starlight, you know, ideas there. Let's try for that. The starlight block for the center column, I think, could look pretty nice. If we do that. I'm gonna also put my, let's see here, one of the stacks on my roof ones away. I have them over here. Let's put those away, and those ones away, and some of these away. Perfect. Oh yeah, and we should get the ectoplasm block out as well. Try to do on the bottom that one versus just the green. I forgot we just had like a plain green like block as well. Yeah, the starlight block. I'm thinking it'll look nice as the center column the staircase winds around. We could do like a round pole. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do, to be honest. We'll have to see what makes the most sense, but I thought the starlight block there could look kind of cool. Level 37 and haven't found that? Oh, I don't know if it's in the same place because they've changed the game a lot since I've done the videos, but I do have a video on my channel of finding, search for like finding blocks, and then maybe it'll come up. It's like titled something like finding all the new blocks with the, back to the shroud, or the shroud update that they did. I did finding a new armor sets and then finding the blocks in the night sanctum. So it's in one of the night sanctums that you find it. But it's subtle and it looks really nice. Something woody for the pillar to go with the style. Yeah, I'm thinking either, ooh, yellow with like vines on it. Actually putting vines on the, ooh, I got a cool idea. I think I like that idea of putting some vines on the pillar that goes up, but I think keeping it subtle, because we'll have some gold lighting as well, so keeping it subtle with the, let's see here. Make it out of the midnight, or the starlight block here. Yeah, that'll be nice. That just like, that screams alchemist right there. And it looks really cool at night. Got a little bit of the gold and stuff. Midnight tomb block. You think, oh yeah, for green misty starlight block update looks, yeah, inset green, doesn't glow. Yeah, the midnight tomb block is cool as well, but yeah, that in the center for the alchemist, it just has like a nice texture and it glows like a soft blue in the dark. Do I have vines on me? I don't right now, so I'll have to pick some of those up. Yeah, I'll have to pick some of those up, but I think we could do that. But yeah, Starlight Block and Midnight Tomb Block, both found in the Albanese Summits. Oh, is the Starlight Block found up there now as well? It didn't used to be. Yeah, I know the Midnight Tomb Block, at least back when I found it, was in the, that's in the tomb over the spider area by my mountain cabin. It's in this little marker right here, and there's like a tomb behind the mountain cabin. That's where I found it. But it might be different now. Oh yeah, the wisteria, vines to go up this. That would look really good, actually. Oh yeah, I really like that. I really like that idea. So yeah, when it comes to the stairs, I think this is where I'm debating, like, you know, doing them with blocks or doing them with props. Because it could look decent to have them with blocks and like a bunch of vines and books and things like that scattered in them. or doing them with props, we could still maybe pull it off and but like given that the center pillar is like a square, I don't know entirely. Yeah, the obsidian block does reflect light. It is very reflective. It's a nice one. Yeah. I'm thinking, yeah, in terms of like blocks we could do for the stairs, the refined wood is sort of what I was thinking. What is this? Okay, this Drachdal Temple roof block. What if I could like create some sort of like stairs with it though? I think I only would want them like 3 out at the most. Probably. Oh, that's gonna look more like a ramp than, yeah, I'm not gonna want to make stairs out of a roof block. Okay. Let's go browse some options. We could make the stairs out of the starlight block, but it's very, I want a block without like a lot of textures. Maybe even just the stone one, honestly. So yeah, we've got all the glowing ones. Yeah, or maybe the midnight tomb block for the stairs. What do some of these look like? Like halls, what about the red marble? Or even one of the metal blocks or something? Let's see, the big thing I'm wanting is that they don't, create a lot of textures as they go up. Red marble could be an option. It's not too heavy on the textures. It's pretty much identical to the midnight tomb. They both sort of have those like square textures on the sides. The city wall block, ooh, that could be a nice one too. All right, what do we got in that regard? I don't know if I have any of the city wall blocks in here. The red carpet block too, does that one create too big of a texture here? I didn't think so. I think that one was actually pretty tame as well. Ew, that could work, maybe. City wall is what you use for a lot of stairs. Let's see what we got in that regard. We've got desert city wall. Mixed sandstone, limestone, regular, refined stone. Refined stone, regular stone. City wall. I'm guessing this one is the one you were thinking of. Yeah, what does this look like? That does look nice. It's kind of, what does it look like when I stack it to those bottom textures? Oh, they do kind of like flare out a little bit. Yeah, for like normal stairs, that would probably look really good, but because the bottoms of them are all going to be exposed, those little textures on the sides, I'm thinking maybe this red carpet, because it, yeah, it still has that gold outline, which could match the center column, but it keeps it, like, it's like a subtle, I don't know. Oh, it's just called city wall block. It's not the stone. Okay, I see. I see. Let's see if we have it anywhere in here. Oh, city wall block. Dumb. It was like the one I didn't click on. The one that I skipped by. Okay. That does make for nice stairs. Still has that bottom texture, but we could not the castle kind. I think this is the one then. The city wall block, the whole thing. I know there's like so many different options of them, I guess now. Regular stone block, fancy stone block. What does that fancy stone block look like again? I don't remember. Oh right, that's the one that I never use in my builds that I really should start using more of because it looks so nice. Yeah, I'm thinking I'll try the red carpet ones. With some of the vines and stuff for an alchemist hut, it could add a fancy splash of color in the middle. We make the stairs 2 blocks tall, render slightly differently. It is true, because we can walk over like a 2 block. Yeah, we can walk over a 2 block thing if I made them really steep. I guess we'll see what makes sense, honestly. Never thought of that, but I could. All right. Let's bring in some of these guys again. Well block. What else did I want in here? I want the shiny blocks to all be like in their thing over here. Okay. Yeah, let's try for that one. Let's try for the red carpet. I think it could work.
Hello.
And yeah, I could definitely use props as a resort. I just figured since, oh yeah, it's nighttime now. You guys see oh, that blue column in the center. I really like it. It's just like a little something there. Yeah, we'll see what because the red will kind of look purple now with the blue. And that could end up being really nice. So I'll go 3, 3, 2, and then 2, and then, oh, right here we want to sort of maybe go up 2, 3. More like here, and then here, and then there. There we go, and then that kind of turns around. And I think that one was just one. Yeah, okay. And 1, 2, 3. I think this could work. Like the new castle shelf for stairs? Yeah. For a clean look, you even place stone benches as stairs? Yeah, either those or the shelf or something. This isn't too bad. It keeps it fairly thin while keeping that blue in the center there. It actually kind of looks decent as far as like a spiral staircase goes. Yeah, the metal barrels with their flat end up might be interesting as stairs as well. That really could be. That really could be. Because yeah, we could definitely spin some like the castle tables around, which do have that gold like inlay and stuff. This also just keeps it very thin. It keeps it very light, but they tie, like, see how the gold of the carpet block almost ties into the midnight or the starlight block there? I think that just looks kind of cool, and it does give that spirally effect still. And on these corners here, we could think of something cool to do there. Maybe even like prison fence pieces that come up on the corners of them to almost like, I don't know, we could think of something. Yeah, some floating books as steps and stuff. Obsidian blocks have silver trim. Ooh, I wonder how that could look. That could be kind of cool as well. What do we have it here? I want to have this like that, and then I think anyway. Wanted this one. Oh yeah, okay. It went up like that. Okay. Yeah, because this way we also have little, like, these could be little things out onto, like, a level. Like, this could be this could go tie right into the floor, actually. And that way we have these little, like, landing platforms here and there. Which maybe actually is better than doing a full spiral staircase without the landing platforms. Oh, the Drakdal Temple. Oh, that's true. We could do, like, a trim on the outside of the stairs, actually. That could work. Alright, so I'm thinking stairs-wise, this does look cool in the night, wrapping around this pillar. Do I have any of the, I want to go see what sort of foliage options I have. And we'll try a few things, and then we'll figure out where officially the stairs could be. Mini platforms for some of those tools or seating. Yeah, like, that's kind of what I'm thinking, like, around the stair, having, like, these mini half balconies or things. To try to, like, make the whole place feel very open, but at the same time, making it feel like, I don't know. Cozy. The like button got moved, irksome. No way. Did it? Did it actually get moved? All right, let's see. Let's go. Yeah, to try the obsidian block, if I had some. Midnight tomb block. Polished granite. The obsidian, that was the shiny reflective one, isn't it? Do I have stuff to make it? Let's see how that one is could look, cuz yeah, that does have the very nice silver and it reflects the light. Ooh, that's it's got the edging on it. How does that look on its own though? This might be a too distracting block for the stairs. Yeah, because it goes down, it's too fancy for this. But that is kind of cool though. Almost creates like a little railing effect with the edges there. It'd be kind of interesting. Yeah, the obsidian block's a really pretty block. Oh, that is for sure. Itching to get back into this game. Burnt out on OSRS. Place looks good. I appreciate you. Yeah, this game I take all kinds of, breaks or, other things. I'll take breaks, I'll go back to it. All kinds of stuff here and there. No, your green block's green messy. And yeah, Obsidian is really dark with green tone and shiny. Yeah. Oh, how does the block look when it's broken or damaged? Oh, like the Obsidian one is what you wanted to see? And Ruby J, thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a good evening. Welcome in. I'll show you how that looks. Sure. Let's try it. Because I've never used the decay tool on these ones. Do I have it in my inventory? Can I put the decay tool away? I may have. I had like a chest of some of my things. Was it over here somewhere? Do I've gotta be blind. Where's the decay tool? Did I chuck it? I'm not that bad to Alden. I have this storage room kind of organized by like block type, I guess, is more like it. Oh my gosh, did I seriously just like chuck my decay tool at one point? I feel like it's in my inventory somewhere. I just haven't used it in so long that maybe my eyes aren't used to seeing it. I don't know. I guess we go into Alden. That house could also be for Alden. We could make him a house there. That's his assistant, so we could also craft it at the assistant. Right? Is it not? Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay. I must have chucked it. I must have done something with it. Okay, so yeah, the obsidian block decayed. You wanted to see how that looks. Let's go back down here. And I love what they've been doing with the water updates. It's so nice to have this place like all filled up and running well. And let's just do like a little test one here. So the obsidian block there, and then yeah, this could look interesting decayed, and I'm curious to see. Uh-oh, why doesn't it? Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness. That is wild. You could like purposely make like a crystal with that. Oh my goodness. That really decays. Holy cow. That's crazy. Yeah, thanks for suggesting that. I was curious too. Like, how does that look? You could even like, put even more like on top of it like this, like have some really crazy jagged texture on the thing here. Let's see. Gives you an idea for a crystal cave. Ooh, yeah, that would be really cool because it like the light reflection properties of it that's pretty cool. I never knew that it did that there. Oh, I need to, I want to go to like the block hammer here and we can destroy some of these. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I didn't know that. All right, so yeah, we'll do the red carpet block at least for now for the things there. And then we've got the wisteria to try out for a little bit of edging and see how things start looking. Yeah, I think a crystal cave could be really cool. That sounds like a great idea. There are pure metal blocks. Yes, we do have like a bronze block, the iron blocks, and those were gonna be my next choices because those don't have, you know, a lot of texture. So yeah, I think the only thing the red carpet is because it has that gold that ties into the center pillar, and then also could be cool as like the border to like a bookcase, you know, if I did like a little bookshelf spiral around it. But yeah, the gold steps. Oh, that could work too because the bronze. All right. For science, for looks, let's go see what we got. Might have some bronze blocks. Let's see here. So I'm like flipping all over my inventory. In the shiny one, I do have bronze blocks. See, they don't create like a... Ooh, those might be like freaking perfect. Or to at least include somewhere in the build, we gotta use them. Center column material is the starlight block. I thought it looked kind of good there. What I really should do is like empty... Yeah, let's just like empty some tabs here. Outer edge of the stairs. So the starlight block's gonna have too much of a texture on its own. But what we could do for the outer edge of the stairs is like combine the two a little bit. Any more hightail builds coming? Yeah, possibly. I just haven't had the time to do much of them lately. But I do want to hop back into that game, especially with more of the updates coming back out. I don't know, you guys. What do you think? A little bit of gold to, like, border it there. Does that look good? It could be kind of interesting. And then it kind of, like, reflects and you don't see, like, the red edge of the stairs. It does look nice. It really does. I forgot that these metal blocks literally did not have any texture. Like, this actually works so well. Yeah, same color as the, the scheme for the pillar. I think it works. I think it's good. All makes it better because it hides the red, so they are like a surprise. Yeah, it kind of makes it, like, fancy, and then looking at it from more far away. Aquamarine blocks, yes, because we have it, don't we? We have the aquamarine in the game. But we don't, yeah. Oh yeah, it'll complement the pillar nice. As you'll see that gold on the outside. I think that looks really good. Yeah, for sure. So what I want to do is I want to have the stairs, I gotta figure out, like, yeah, the lapis lazuli, maybe that's what I was thinking of. But yeah, something along those lines. Could be really cool to have as blocks. What I was thinking here is, like, where, you know, as far as where we want the landing platforms to be, is this exactly? No way, that's it. Oh my gosh, that's literally exactly where I would have put the floor for that second, for the third, I should say, little turn there. That's awesome. So this works out perfectly in terms of the spacing that I was thinking for this to be like a little secret loft up there. This could be kind of cool. And then we even have room underneath it to almost do like a triple deal thing here. This could be really interesting. So maybe the stairs do start right here. And because we got to decide where I want the loft things to be. If this is the entrance, then this side should probably be the more open side. And then I'm debating, you know, so I'm thinking in my head, I'm trying to say it out loud here. Let's try to say it out loud. Ideally, the stairs should start more like here and go around, either on this side or on this side, rather than sideways. So like you come in the entrance, and then you would just be able to go right up the stairs. The only issue with that is that then the two sides here, so this side and this little platform, would be on they would be on this side instead of on the front. So do you guys think that would look okay? Would it look okay if the loft was over in here and down in here rather than on this back side, which maybe works, if that makes any sense? Yeah, like in favor of having the stairs starting in the front rather than on the side like that, but I don't know. Depends on the rest, yeah. That gold block really boop. I'm going to have to put a fence around that thing soon. Yeah, it really does depend, it really does. Because it leaves the tallest view out the back with the least obstruction, right? This is true because, yeah, in the front, as far as the, like, you're saying, Green Missy, to keep the stairs the way they are now, and then have the like loft be on the back side here. Yeah, it's kind of an octagon. Yeah, it's as far as like the, you know, the walls go, so it's technically a circle, you know, but yeah, I'll be kind of building it as an octagon, at least for the lower levels, as far as the way I do the walls and stuff. Yeah, I guess there's really not any issue to having the stairs just coming in front on the side there. I think it'll be okay. Thought the way you move them would make the, oh, the back, yeah. Back moss open, a little more open back in here. And then having the things on the side. So yeah, the best view is gonna be like out here to be able to see the sunrise or the sunset. And so that means technically the loft should be on that side. Okay. Which means I should start the stairs. Okay. Dude, I've done the math. It's starting to math. The math is mathing. And we need to start the stairs here. And then they basically go up like that, you know, and then we can, let's just drag these over. I know I can use the hammer for these, but, okay. Struggle with your, pagoda, get the octagon, running. Yeah, it can be tricky to lay out certain builds. Hey, 99, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Catch up on chat here as well. Walk into the building with the goal, go up the stairs. You just, jump right over the first few steps every time. True, so I think this is the better way to do it then. And Sylvan, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Only because good at yam math. Thankfully, Enshrouded math is easier to fix. Dismantle it 2 times because of the roofs. Yeah, it is kind of an interesting challenge. Trying to figure out how, you know, what works with voxel game layout, you know. How you can turn something that's like blocky, but then also Enshrouded having the freedom with like all the props that they do, to where you literally, you know, I could build this spiral staircase out of props if I really wanted to as well, but given the levels plan that I was kind of doing, I think this will be a good option. Yarn. Did I say yam? Oh my god. Clearly need to make the text bigger. Yam math? It's gonna be a t-shirt now. I can kind of read. It's okay. Yeah, because the R in the end did look like an M from far away. It's a nighttime stream. I guess I need to like get my eyes going again. We need a little blink redeem. Yam, yeah. Pagoda has like the middle free around it, a staircase. Oh, like the deco put in as well, but the roof was just rough with the layout. I think your octagon platform would work better. Yeah, it seems to be working out okay. And you know, with my roof, that's partly why I do the rounded moss roofs, you know, or terrain roofs. And the other best option for roofs is that the barrier terrain block. It looks really great. Creates like the perfect stone shingles roof look. And you can get a nice round roof out of that too. Yeah, green missy. Green tea, so it's still moss, yeah. Yeah, this is perfect. Now we can just, you know, we just walk right up and then go out by 2, and then there, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, and then, all right, there, and then, okay, now let's start putting our little gold around the outside. Silver and gold. There we go. And I want to put some foliage. Let's try and see how this works. What if I did it like right under the stairs, but like spiraling up the stairs like this? Like what if I like use the stairs as like the... Oh, this is gonna look cool, I think. Especially when we like deck it all out. Yeah. Your mammoth project moment is 3 floors high. It's despair when something is not falling in place. Perfection kicks in, you love to turn it off. Yeah, right? Can always be tricky. I'm a big perfectionist as well, and I need to relax a little bit sometimes. Yeah, this is gonna be really cool, I think. So we essentially want to have like these like little half lofts. Essentially, is what these are gonna do for us. Yeah, like the flowers with that look, right? This is they really do go well with the starlight block there. It does look really cool, and I want to have the entire wall of this place is going to be windows. Like imagine windows and iron poles and things like that. The whole thing is going to be like an open wall. And so, you know, from far away, you're going to see in it. You're going to see, so I want the inside to almost look like an art piece, you know? I want it to really shine. I want the lighting to be cool. And I think we're getting there with this. So yeah, what I'm thinking here is that maybe we do the floors out of this carpet block as well. Maybe out of the carpet block. We'll see. We'll see what ends up looking best. Oh yeah, it looks like a birdcage out of a fairy tale. Yeah, it kind of does. I'm thinking floors-wise, yeah, maybe they could be red, but maybe keeping them more the deck style. You know, maybe maybe we could use either this block here, or the conifer wood block. First I saw you build on the bottom, thought it was gonna be an upside down room with all the furniture on the ceiling. Could. Oh, your comment didn't feed through? You could do the wisteria on the bottom of the stairs themselves, give it a bit more depth. Oh, like just completely like cover the bottom with it. Yeah, I'm not opposed to trying that. Cause because we can put it on the roof of things now too. I forgot that they updated that. So many things that like they've changed based on user feedback that I haven't you know, haven't tried yet. Because back when I tried this last, we couldn't put it upside down on things. Alright, can I crouch, or like how do we get under here? We don't have to necessarily. That does look pretty cool. It looks like a big plant in the middle, and I think at night that'll also look pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not, right? So we're gonna want, basically like a 3-level thing. One here, and we could do one up here. So is this actually enough loft space to like become a loft? Oh, I'm gonna need to like manually break this top section of the pillar. Oh crap, okay. I just wanna do that. And then get rid of all this section here. Perfect. And then we gotta put the starlight block at the very top here. That's what I've done with all my other builds in here, because it looks cool. Oh, it looks like something's right, I didn't put it in the center there. Just a little something at the top. Purple candle on occasional step. If they have it. Yeah, they don't have a purple candle. That'd be really cool, though. Fiance and you have been watching you a lot and decided to follow your Treehouse Village tutorial. Wondering how you make the treehouse look like it's embedded in the tree. I could go over that a little bit. Appreciate you tuning in. Welcome, welcome. Have to rewatch the beginning and see the roof. Yeah, we cruised through it, Mino. We actually did it pretty quick. Keep up the great work. No, I appreciate it. So yeah, you can dig into the tree. So like hollowing. Let's see here. I think TV CK is more wondering how to make the tree house look like it's embedded into the tree. So the bottom here is what I've done is I have like a lot of, let's see, what would be the best way to sort of present this? Maybe from this vantage point. So what I've done is, you know, you put the roof blocks in the tree branch, kind of coming down to create the supports, and then I also added a bunch of the foliage terrain material, just kind of hanging down from the floor of the tree house. And that was my way of blending it. You know, it's not perfect, but it just kind of feels more tied into the tree a little bit, if that was your question. Or yeah, if you're wondering how you hollow out the whole tree, then yeah, that's that I do have the video about. Yeah, this forest village really is coming along. It's like, it's pretty done. It's pretty done once I get that thing in that, and then one more other tree house on the other side possibly, but we'll see. We'll see, because I'm getting antsy to start like a big endgame project soon. We might have to bite the bullet and start it before 1.0. I think the biggest thing I'm worried about is like if they change stuff with 1.0 or other things, like I'll hold my horses. It's coming out this year. We're gonna have lots of games to keep us company until Enshrouded 1.0, so it was. Thank you so much. Yeah, literally always talk about how nice and great you and the community are. Oh, I really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much for joining and tuning in. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Lord Zizzo, welcome in. And Katie, welcome. So yeah, that's how I embedded it into the tree, you know, made it kind of, yeah, you can see it far back now, which is actually really cool because nowhere else in the village, I wasn't able to see the treehouse from far away because, I didn't, you know, I actually really like the placement of this alchemist house because, I can see the treehouse finally because there was nowhere in the entire village. When you're on the ground, the render distance is so bad in Enshrouded that it disappears, like you can't see it. Not really, and so it's really nice to be able to see it from here. And I love the positioning of this to be able to actually see, like, we can see a lot of the forest village from up here. It's a really cool sort of viewpoint to see this stuff. I think that's great. Lurking while doing some paperwork. Want to make sure to say hi at least once. I appreciate you. Love all these builds. Thanks, Katie. Didn't play right after the water update, so you thought you could last until 1.0. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, it is like, as hard as it is, it's like, it gives me a good break. I could come back in 1.0. We'll do it alongside Valheim. We'll do Enshrouded and Valheim streams. I'm doing a Forever World Valheim playthrough for 1.0 as well, and a lot more builds. I'm getting back into building in Valheim as well once 1.0 comes out. I'm just waiting for like better pieces and stuff like that, which 1.0 is gonna be bringing. And soon I should do, you know, with all their sneak peeks, I want to do a video soon of like everything we know so far about 1.0 for Valheim. Again, maybe one of them conversational style, like check out all the trailers, all the stuff they've posted about it, all the things I'm excited about, like the 60-degree roofs finally, really excited about that. You know, getting a bunch of things there, so that'll be cool. But then, yeah, we'll have that to go along with an Enshrouded endgame base build, because 1.0 for Enshrouded will be coming out end of the year as well, which will be really exciting. We thought it would be spring, which would have been coming up, but yeah, I'm okay with it getting delayed a little but their logic update and some stuff is happening in the spring, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Finish your forest village, now working on a village in the Kindle way, so the Mexican/Spanish style to it. That sounds really cool. That's kind of what I would build in the Kindle Waste for sure. That would look really good. Chiselchip and his roofs. Yes, Green Missy, you know it. You know it. New builds you can copy? Heck yeah, yeah. I'll be jumping back into Valheim for sure. It's a very good game. Yeah, quality takes time. Absolutely, it does. Oh, this is just really cool. Like being suspended in like the atmosphere up here. It's a cool vibe for sure. All right, I still got to decide what we want to do for the floor up here. Question, Zigadino. What's up? Yeah, what should we do for the floor up in here? For the loft floor, I should say, for the balcony floor. I was debating red carpet or wood. Whether we do this palm wood or some other type of wood. We'll have to see. Maybe the palm wood, just for how it looks. We can kind of, because it'll be a similar edge to down here, it might look consistent. Oh man, just look at that. With the misty rain. That's pretty sweet. That is pretty sweet. I love it. And you can see the treehouse there. I like that it just lights up a lot of the area here. That stuff really does glow pretty bright. Yeah, I would love to see a clear glass block. Absolutely. I think we'll be getting them, hopefully. I mean, the devs know we want them, so... But yes, that'd be super cool for the walls of something hanging, like make huge hanging lanterns that are almost like houses. That would look really, really cool. Yeah. I've a lot of problems in Enshrouded to get the right angle and structure for a porch. What'd you pick in terms of blocks when it, you had to think about it? For a porch, yeah, once the sun comes up here, I'll go show you what I've done for all of my decks and porches and little pop-out window things and all of that. Ooh, yeah, checkerboard, Sylvan. Wait, that could be really cool. We could do a mix of palm wood and the red carpet, maybe. Yeah, or like red marble, yeah, but because we use the red carpet, maybe that would look good with the, like a little bit of like a checker look. Or where we keep the outside like an outline, but then have the middle sort of be like a, yeah, that could be really cool actually. So we do in fact have enough room for a full-on loft up here. Like it actually is big enough to have the alchemist's secret loft. Let's see where our stairs end up if we can do that. YouTube once again with the good ideas. All right, so let's try to do this here. I want it to come up. It's gonna start getting a little tight in here. Let's see if as long as I can get the right ones to come out. Yeah, I use that marble with the bamboo wood. Oh yeah. No, that combo looks really, really good. All right, so we want to come out there and then here and then like up by 2. Oh, that one kind of like, let's see here. That's technically where that would come out. Let's put the gold around it. Alright, and then that's even with the floor up there. Creating a new, a few floating gazebos around the tree. Floating pond. That's kind of the plan I have for like a massive 1.0 build. I want to custom build my tree from scratch to look pretty similar to that hightail tree that I built, if any of you watched that stream. So, or yeah, if you're on the community server as well. I've got that as the spawn for our hightail community server. Yeah, I kind of want to do something like that, and maybe kind of replicate it that way. So we've got this as kind of the platform here. Let's destroy these, and then just come in with the wood up in here. I think that would be good. So let's do this guy. Let's turn on the snapping palmwood, and let's do those two. I don't know how like easy this is gonna be. Let's do that one there. Can I get down? Well, I'm going to destroy this out just a little bit more. 3. We can kind of like curve it like that. That looks kind of neat. Have trouble when it comes to mixing more than 3 block types. That's not a bad thing actually, because yeah, the simpler sometimes the better. You know, when you're picking block palettes and stuff. It's very hard for, like, my biggest struggle is picking blocks from all the choices. Like a smaller block, if you get about a 1/2 meter block, yeah. It's a pretty high step. Yeah, these are technically 1/2 meter blocks as far as the scale is concerned. Our character is exactly 4 of these tall. Or like, these are 1/4 meter blocks, and you know, technically. Yeah. So they're small. It's just our characters do look very small in the grand scheme of things in this game. Could be cool though if we had like small. I mean, I don't know. That would, like, having small blocks would then make this build take like twice as long. All right, let's put the. Oh no, not the decay tool. Whoops. I want the... Let's repair it. I didn't want to break that. I wanted to do the vines. There we go. Okay. Yeah, because this is like... This looks really cool on the bottoms of the stairs. Kind of continue that pillar around with them. Put a little bit more, maybe like right in there. Yeah. I think this will work. Chessboard using the assorted statues for pieces. Somebody did do that, I think, in the latest competition for one of the builds. It was kind of neat. Alright, so what do we want to do in here? We could have like just multiple levels like spiraling up, or we could have a couple of main ones. Like maybe we do a level here. This is like technically the halfway mark about. We've got one platform. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and then this would be 1, 2, and then this would technically be the last one, would be at the 2 blocks tall. What do I want to do platform-wise? I think, yeah, it works, though, here. I'm surprised. We really can fit in the top here, and it actually, like, fully has space. I was not expecting this much space. Took a larger ceiling block or floor, set up the wood and stone blocks with a large column. Helped you know what you wanted to use? Yes, definitely true. So why so many people say Valheim is like Enshrouded because you never played Valheim before, came from Minecraft into Enshrouded. Oh, coming from Minecraft into Enshrouded is perfect. Yeah, Valheim is nothing like Enshrouded. It just gets compared because people compare survival games to each other. I do that too sometimes, but yeah, Valheim is really... I think Valheim initially got compared to a lot because Valheim was one of the forerunners of these types of games. Like open world, survival, crafting, you know. If you don't count like Grounded, what else? Conan Exiles was around that time frame. But yeah, so Valheim was a very like, it was the first to like really catch on and really become popular with their style, their building, things like that. So I think a lot, and then Shrouded was really the next really good building game. So it kind of got compared in that sense, but they're really nothing like each other. They really aren't. But yeah. So as far as the balconies and porches and stuff go, you can see on the treehouse here, how I've just used the wood. Like, it's very simple. I've just used the wood and fences around it. But I do also use the props to create angles on little bump outs and stuff as well, which you'll see a lot of on the tavern. Yeah, you like creative Minecraft? I do too. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. So I use like tables and weapon wall racks and things to create these angles on the little bump outs for the tavern. So that's another way that I've done them. And then roof blocks, because yeah, roof blocks just give that nice angle texture there. You know, here I did something similar for this this little bump out window in the front. So that's kind of how I do my little porches and stuff. I'll face some props in if I want them angled, and just use a lot of the roof blocks or little things here and there. And I gotta make like a little, you know, when we build our tree from scratch, I really want to put like a whole grapple system going up the tree and be able to like swing from branches and all that good stuff. So yeah, what do we have? I really was considering like a half loft here, just on one side, but I'm not sure now what I really want to do. Because we could just keep the stairs in the middle and go all the way up top, because we've got a lot of room up here. But at the same, you know, an alchemist hut, it's got to have like a little half loft. So maybe, because the first level should be tall for his equipment. And I'm thinking just one half loft. I could do two. Oh, okay, two different levels. One here and one here. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to destroy this piece of gold. We're going to put that to there. Destroy that one and put that there. Yeah, like a couple like scattered but like half open lofts, if that makes any sense. I think it will start to make some sense here. All right, so, and then we want to do that there. And then, oh, actually, let's do, let's come forward even more with it. I want to really, because that's like half of what's down here. So let's go like halfway into the column there and do like that. Okay, as a snapping point. Trying to build a fortress in the Springlands close to Revelwood. Almost built, half timbered. Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, definitely. That's a nice block. Some sort of small lantern you can hang under the stairway itself as an accent. Yes, I really want to mess around with the lighting in here for sure. I think that'll look great. So we've got this. I want to take out a couple of like those, and then we can start snapping to this piece. So yeah, I think we're just keeping the stairs a 3 wide section there. And then this, what did I do for the bottom level? We came in by 3 from the outside of the pillars, or what did I do there? Inside of the pillars, okay. So we want to do, I want to go to the single block here, destroy that, 2, 3, and then it went across diagonally. Okay, and then we'll checker the whole inside of this later. Let's see here. Let's do 2, 3. There, and then this one can go out a whole nother block or whatever here. Like that. And then, yeah, so that goes in by 2, 3, and then that gets destroyed. Okay. So there's like one mini half loft, and then the one side though goes lower, so what I want to do here is take this, and then 2, 3. Something like that. And then this section here is what would cut off, so we'll do it, we'll go across this pillar here. And it's going to be slightly lower. This could actually be kind of interesting. Okay. So let's remove these. And then... Okay, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done this whole side yet. Plateau close to Fort Kelvin, Pillars of Creation. See the silhouettes of the Capital Pike Mead. Yeah, that's such a nice spot. Some sort of small, yeah. Basic wood shapes, just for building and props. Yeah, Enshrouded, it's like, it's so funny because Enshrouded has appealed to builders so much that it's like we want so many props and like we want so much, but then the more they add, it's like, oh my goodness, it gets overwhelming because of all the options. Alright, so let's see here. We want to do this guy at about the halfway mark there. Perfect. And then destroy these. And alright, there we go. And then we can do the single block. 2, 3, and start coming down with it a little bit. Still waiting on the newest castle. Yeah. Get the carpet and arches because your husband back still isn't healed. Oh no. Yeah. Hopefully he's doing okay. Doing well. Just refuse to finish anything without him. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet of you. Yeah, I'm sure he'll enjoy it when he recovers a little more. Ruby Jade! Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for more gifted subs. What the heck? You're like lurking and you always... Oh man. I really appreciate you, Ruby. Huge shout out to Ruby. She's officially the top Twitch supporter. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oops. I didn't mean to fall. Again. I'm looking over at the chats. Yeah, really, thank you so much, Ruby.
Hello.
6 months in advance, oh my god. I really appreciate you. Oh yeah, Catesy forced me to take off the glider today, Mina. I decided to put it back on because she left. What material do you need to build the tree? Revelwood dirt? No, you can use the bark, the Blackmire bark. It is a official terrain material. I used to use dirt, like like farm soil to build trees before they had the Blackmire update. But yeah, you can use the Blackmire stuff. All right, so this is gonna be kind of cool, I'm thinking. So we split it down the middle here is what I propose. So let's go like that. So that half of it's up, the other half is down, and these become our little half lofts here. And so there's like a little variation in them. So you could put like a nice little like couch or like some bookcases in here. and then coming down, that splits. Okay, that splits perfectly down the middle, and then just that one splits perfectly. So it's like it's two little quarters of the treehouse that sort of split off, and we can have like some little fence balconies over here. The staircase continues down through the middle, but see how it keeps it like really open? So you can still get under here, and it's technically the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks tall, which is the door height. So we can fit under there, okay? And it could just be like a cozy little room, or maybe like a little bathroom or something in there. And we just dig a hole in the tree, you know. You just shit. Oh, it just goes anyway. This will be the bathroom. It can go onto the farm. Hey, we're above the farm. I didn't mean to fall again. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to fall again. So yeah, the shit can turn into the fertilizer for the farm. It was intentional. That's where the bathroom will go. And then we can put the like some bookcases and some other, you know, crafting stations and things on the top section. Let's take a look at this from the treehouse. Yeah, that's gonna look cool. Once it's lit up and stuff, having that like halfway divide on this side, but keeping the other side completely open. Oh, you're not seeing a Twitch chat, are you not? It should. It should be showing on the overlay. Let me do a quick little check here. There's too many YouTube chats right now. It would be like behind my webcam. See, if I go here, you'll see. Oh, you're right. It is only showing. It's showing Twitch chat for me in the chat thing, but not on the overlay. Okay. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. You're very right. Stream. Okay. I don't know. That's a good bug that maybe I have found in the bot. Like I said, I did tons of updates to it this weekend again. Okay. Oh, there we go. It's it's spamming them now. It was I restarted it, so it refreshed its whole connection, and now it's is it holy messages? Yeah, holy messages indeed. It's not showing the Twitch chat on the overlay. Usually it's broken the other way around, but I think that's a little bug here. As I'm looking in the logs here, it had a little error connected. Maybe it was Ruby Jade. Maybe Ruby Jade blew up the bot from gifting all those subs. The bot was like, I don't know what to do with all those. Hey, it works for Ruby Jade. She's showing up in the overlay now. I think you control it. I think it likes you. I think you broke it with the subs and now it's back. All right, it's working now. That was funny. All right, well, I'll check the logs. I went ahead and printed it, so that's fine. Let's see what happened. Yeah, you see it now. Okay, seems to be working again. So a minor bug, something small. I'll figure it out. Yo! Oh, Angel, thank you so much for the gifted subs. I appreciate you. Hey, it's still working after that. Okay. So maybe it's something to do with the subs that breaks the bot. Thank you so much. And yeah, Mina. Thought your eyesight was going wrong when seeing it as well. Twitch chat in general is definitely slower than YouTube, obviously, because YouTube's the main platform that I'm on, but it should still be seeing it, especially if I when I'm replying to people on Twitch, you guys are like, what's going on? What's going on over there? Cool thing as well, Twitch is finally going to update their TOS to be able to include on-screen chat. Hint, hint, I have not given a shit about it. I just put the chat on the thing. It's against their TOS. I don't really care. But they're finally updating it because so many people hate it. Rightfully so. Like it's stupid. So now it'll be now I'll be allowed to show it on the screen. I'll be allowed to show it. I think the only other stupid part about their TOS is that Twitch technically requires you to stream the highest resolution to Twitch. And no other platform can be streamed higher resolution than Twitch. Twitch has to be the highest. Like, then you gotta update your encoding Twitch, because right now YouTube is twice the resolution as Twitch. I can't stream in that resolution to Twitch because they don't allow me to. So do you think I follow that rule? Also no. Yeah, I'm a bit of a non-rebel rebel, you know. I'm pretty good most of the time. It's okay. I want to continue this wisteria around these, kind of blend them up. That looks great. Yeah, that's gonna be cool, so that this whole thing is open. And yeah, that's gonna look nice. A non-rebel rebel, yes, exactly. Exactly. I think I'm gonna go get some prison fence pieces. I have some ideas to look like the levels are a little more supported here. Let's do that. That's what we love about you. Say for the moment you had built more of a hanging pavilion, your current build. Why not connect those? Yeah, with hanging bridges or even treehouse connected with all the others. That's what I want to do for like a big endgame base. Yeah, I want to have like floating bridges, like rope style bridges. I want to do all kinds of stuff. YouTube's much better for viewers and streamer. It kind of depends. So YouTube does have the better video quality, the better encoding. Twitch has much better API and streamer experience. You know, it's instant engagement with chat. There's no delay, like there's with YouTube. You know, it's got a lot more. You know, like the redeems, they've been around for a while, obviously, compared to YouTube. We will see what YouTube does as far as updates go, but they both have their ups and downs or other things. I just decided to sort of the time I switched from YouTube or from Twitch to YouTube. So I actually started Twitch before I even created this channel, this YouTube channel. But I switched to YouTube pretty early on because at the time Twitch's CEO was not that great, and there was a lot of drama going down. I was like, I don't want to be part of this. If I'm just starting out, why am I starting out on like a platform that's like going downhill? So I was like, I didn't want all my eggs in the basket from get-go, so I started YouTube. And at the time, my PC definitely could not multi-stream, so I just did YouTube. I was streaming in 1080p, 30 frames per second was the maximum quality I could stream in. And even then, it was pushing it. And so, yeah, but then when I got the newer PC, I started streaming on Twitch as well, because I was like, oh, I may as well go back. And they've made some improvements, which is good. And yeah, and then I'm on Kick as well, because I just got better internet last week, so I can finally do all three now. Cause why not? All right, let's get some of the. We've got the purple lights in there. I wanted to try to find prison fence pieces. There we go. All that. That's what I wanted to get. Okay. I want that to be in the very last one. But yeah, Lord Zizzo, I would really love to do a full, like, that's sort of my vision, is I want to custom build a tree that works like that, to where I could have branches going out and connecting things with floating staircases, you know, all that good stuff. I think that would be really cool. So when I snap these, the thing about the prison fence pieces is they actually snap in the exact center of blocks. So this is an even number of blocks, but I can get a prison fence piece to snap. And I thought that would be cool for the supports, for these little corners. Since I'm keeping this whole area open, like windows and stuff anyway, I thought this might be nice. So I'm gonna give it a try. Exactly like the Ewok village from Star Wars, exactly. That's like what I would envision at some point that I really want to do in Enshrouded. For sure. These are nice. Yeah, I think these will work. We'll definitely try them. Let's see, where did I come up with those? Those went to the bottoms of, okay. So let's go down on here. Oh, this might be a little bit tricky right there. Okay. Better from Lord of the Rings, the fantasy elven style build. Yeah, that's so that's what we're thinking of doing eventually. Eventually, we want to get a bunch of people together on a 1.0 community server again and do it based on a theme like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, maybe even both on 2 separate servers. Yeah, yup, exactly. Yeah, that would be the dream at some point. Let's see, can I go from here up? I kind of want to feel like this is being supported, but like it is like a door frame, so how tall up could I do this? 5 blocks, and then we just do that. All right, that works. That works. Let's do a little door frame trim here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a little something across like that, and then we'll start our fences, our prison fence pieces from the top of that there. And I'll go up the stairs to do that, just so like it looks like it's got some support. There we go. And then maybe here. Yeah. Oh, I'm literally 1 prison fence short. A couple though. I do need some more. Let's go to the blacksmith and see if I can make some more. I might have some stuff. Been playing with roofs, to try to get that elven feel. Yeah, Green Missy, some of the new blocks, like the desert shingles block and stuff, the bluish green ones, they look so good. Those would totally be what I'd use if I was doing like the Rivendell build. A streamer that does, oh, it just does the German creators, building Lord of the Rings, another server of the group, building Hogwarts or Harry Potter. Yeah, totally, there's some awesome builds out there. A bunch of people wanted me to visit the Hogwarts one. And I would definitely love to at some point. That would be a lot of fun. Alright, so we got more prison fence pieces. Let's go back up and finish that one side and then the opposite side as well. Even though it's not supporting a, you know, even though it's not supporting like a level, I think that'll look nice. It can start giving the build a little bit of texture, so we can do it on this side as well. Just to mirror everything, make it look okay. Alright. And then this one here, put that there, and then over here. Ooh, can I like, let's see. There it goes. Right like that. Okay, perfect. So now if I zoom out, it looks more like the levels have a little bit of support, and some of the it almost looks like the prison fence pieces are like strings kind of tying things together like cables. But that's honestly just fine. I like that. I like that a lot. And then these levels actually have like some space for things. So what I'm thinking is this bottom level is where all of the production could go. Or at least most of his things. I mean, he's got some big, you know, some pretty large pieces of equipment and stuff, so we'll see what we can fit kind of in a ring around it is what I was thinking. And then these little levels become like the cozy living space. I could totally envision like nice little chairs, little spot to sit out, look over the forest, and little bookshelves over here. Similar thing up here, and then the very top, if we could fit a bedroom up here. I'm not sure if a bed will work up here, but if we sink it into the ground a little bit, it might. Because I feel like that would be, or like this becomes a bedroom. You know, this would technically work as a bedroom. Put the little railing here, a little bed by it. The little Vuka nest bed, you know, those ones would fit well in this area. All right, so the checker idea is what we wanted to try now. So I'm gonna try to go for that here. And we'll see what happens. So I'm leaving the edges to be plain. but then I'm going to sort of check. Ooh, that could look really cool, actually. I'm gonna checker the middle portion, so like any edge that's like an outer edge like that is gonna be left alone to be just the wood. We could technically do like these, you know, we'll see what we could get away with here and see if it looks good as well. Going back to Enshrouded after a few months of hightail modding, going to feel like a detail texture beauty overload. Right? This is true. Yep. It is nice. It is nice, the graphics in this game. But I do like the lighting and everything in Hightail. They are doing a good job making it like the Minecraft that I really like. Magical oh, park storage or the conference room. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, the material details though here, they really are nice. They really are nice in this game. I could get away with doing the checkers out by another thing over here. And then we leave it there. And then yeah, since that's technically like a border there, I'll leave it on that side as well. Okay, what do you guys think of that look? I know this is here, I'm equipping my ring of light. What do you think of that look for the floor? That's not bad. It gives it some life, a little bit of life to it. And because it's only these little like half balconies, it doesn't look too bad. Looks better, it looks nice. Yeah, up to the edge as well. Looks like a 1970s dripping oil hanging lamp for the whole house. Yeah. What I could do down here, you guys, is let's do the gold checkers. So that level could be the red, and this level could be the gold. Just an idea. Maybe it could be cool. That way it's like not too much, you know. Yeah, I kind of like that. Because we gotta add like a little bit of subtle fanciness while keeping it rustic up in here. Like the way the blocks interact with themselves and other blocks. Yes, that is a nice thing when all the textures can just match up and you know, seamlessly. It's very nice. Both patterns work well. All right, we'll go with this. Like the gold better, and there you go. Cool. Hey, we'll do them then. Maybe the outmost block should be opposite color. Oh, like these sort of outline ones. The reason I'm wanting to keep these, the palm wood, is or you're saying like the very like the checkered ones. The reason I want to keep the very outsides the palm wood is so that when you're looking at the build from the side, it looks consistent with the lower level, like in terms of the floors and stuff, and they can all tie in nicely there. Does look really cool once all the interior lighting's done and stuff. It's gonna look nice. Yeah, you mean the checkered ones, the outermost like checkered ones, right? Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. What are you doing now, Joe? Now we are working a little bit on the interior layout of this place. We've got a secret little loft up here, which we actually can stand in and stuff. We got room. And now we're building some little, like, half loft floors to keep the main part of the house, like, open, but give it some more rooms and some texture in here. But yeah, so edges stay wood, but then you're saying, like, these very outer blocks, like, you know, these ones could be the opposite color on both up and down. Let's see what would happen here. Let's just see how that would look. It's an idea, and I like to try your guys' ideas, so. All right. No, please. What do you mean green messy? Green mossy. No, please to the outer ones being the different color. Let's see what happens here. I'll do it anyway and see what happens. And then, why don't you do a little pointed dormer, the roof, maybe a bed beneath it. It would look a little, yeah, no, right on the outside. I think because it doesn't really, like, because it doesn't work here. See, like, it would work if it was like these, if it was like a perfect square. But because it's like closer together out here, I think that's where it falls short, you know? Because it's not quite the same. But I see how it could look really good if it was a square. It's too busy over here, though. No, Lakey, the red must be gold. Gold does look nice with the wood block. It does look good. It's like a little less because like we've got the red up in here, but I'm almost wondering. Well, yeah, the red up here could work. At least on one, because then it like blends the stairway out into. But I didn't want it on both. I thought it was too much. I thought it was too much red, and I wanted something more subtle, and that's where the gold I think does it. Once enclosed, will be nice to have, yeah, different tones in the rooms. Yeah, red would be nicer if it didn't have the, yeah, all the black stripes. So I could use the red marble block. But I don't know. With some of the fancy, like, you know, we'll put carpets down and stuff in these rooms as well. It's gonna, I think it'll be okay once it's done. The other option I was almost considering was, what if we use the midnight, like, that doesn't shine through, obviously, but it does create, it's like, I don't really like the stone look, I think, but yeah. Now the red marble block, just wanted to see how it looks. Okay. I will try. It does look good. I use the red marble block in a lot of my floors, because it's like a dark ruby stone inlay, you know. It is nice. But I'll try it. I'll show you how it looks. We will see. Oh, the midnight one looks good underneath. Like, okay. So like if we had a roof with it, what does it look like from underneath? Oh, it does, because it actually does shine. It actually does have the starlight, or you know, yeah, the starlight block has that texture underneath. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Do the midnight block. Yeah, upper part glows top down. I think for the top downs though, I think having the whatchamacallits, the like more braziers, torches, lanterns, things that create that golden purplish light, and just keeping this in the middle. So that's what I was thinking. All right, so yeah, the ruby block is this, which does look nice. But it's more like a tiled look, and because of its like reflectiveness and stuff. So, but yeah, it does look very nice. It's a very blend of the two, you know, red and black, and then you kind of just have the ruby one. But I don't want to get too complex on the block palette here, because I don't want it to be too crazy. Leave the carpet on the edges. Do that in the middle, perhaps. Make the red carpet better because it's more subtle. Yeah, it's more like, you know, it's less reflective or things, which with a lot of light in the build, but yeah, no, it is true. We could kind of alternate certain things or whatever. But yeah, I think I'll keep it simple for this one. I think I'll keep it simple in that regard. And then, yeah, fences-wise and stuff, we'll have to figure out what we want to do there. Oh, the red marble better. Yeah, pattern's a bit busy in the middle. Starlight block is good on the ceiling, just an idea. Yeah, I don't know if I want it to be too blue in here, though, is my worry, is that a lot of starlight blocks like that might get, well, okay, let's see here. Like red marble in the center instead of the carpet, you're saying? which maybe works. What would it look like? Because we do have the gold on the outside. Would this work for the stairs? It's not, I don't know. It works, but at the same time, it, like, I don't know, something about the splash of color there around just looks, it's like runic, like, I don't know. It kind of gives the alchemist vibes that maybe I'm going for. It's interesting to try them though, but just the floor, yeah. So I think the stairs, I'll keep that. Do you think it would look too distracting though? God, I didn't mean to do that again. Do you think it would look too distracting having that many blocks in the pattern, or because the red marble is close enough to the red carpet, maybe it looks okay. Or maybe we just do the top with the gold as well, you know? Maybe we don't have to alternate it. I just thought it could be kind of cool to sort of change them up a little bit, but yeah, they need to be changed up. I do feel like they need to be different, but it's all going to get covered with furniture and clutter either way. All right, what is this darker? The darker one looks like. Let's do a few. See what we got here. Just the ones in here. Leave the edge maybe? I don't think so. I think it's all got to be the same. Then it would look like the edge being different in the one below. But well, no, I do see what you're saying though. Gives that splash of red without looking. It does sort of have some engravings as well, depending on where the block is. Yeah. No, that's kind of cool. Yeah, and you're very right. Yeah, the busyness of this red. This red works, but the thing is that it creates those textures on an edge block or on a single block. The middle of the red carpet is perfectly red, and you'd think that in a voxel instance it would be red instead of the little runes, because see, like if I put a big floor out with the red carpet, it stays, you know, look, like the middle is red. It doesn't create those textures. I guess it only creates them if it's hitting a block, so I guess that makes sense. Latest NVIDIA update, all your terrain textures are missing. Uh-oh. So maybe I don't do the latest NVIDIA update then? Time to sleep, I guess. Well, I appreciate you tuning in. Sorry to hear that your textures aren't working very well. Yeah, I wish the carpet didn't have the edging on single blocks. This is true. Yeah. The red wood? Oh, do we have like a more reddish wood? Is that a thing? I didn't know that. Which one? If you have the name of it off the top of your head. Because we do have a lot of different options, but give us a basic carpet texture. Yeah, we do need some like more like, you know, little carpet texture blocks and stuff. That would be cool. Should I continue this starlight block up through the loft, through the center? I feel, maybe not. But what I could do is put it on the ends here. We gotta finish out the little roof with it there. Perfect. So the dome effect looks nice. Yeah. And then this needs to be the normal floor. That's what was driving me nuts. Okay. That's better. Yeah, we need to start a campaign asking for dyeing capabilities, right? Right? That'd be cool. Okay, I agree. I will keep this marble. I do like how it's not as distracting. The gold is similar color-ish to the wood. The red marble is similar enough, like they're... Yeah, it's nice. And then having the rune edge, like the edging to the stairs here, actually works like that. It doesn't look too distracting for the stairs. Like it is like a purposeful carpet, but it look like if it's broken up as a checker pattern, you're right. It doesn't look as nice. So relieved with the red marble. I appreciate you guys insisting. Yeah, no, it does look better. It does look good. Yeah, I like the way it pops a little more like that. And then keeping the red carpet as like a carpet over the stairs. Yeah, I think the reason the stairs are nice is because like it's cohesive, you know, it's not like little bits of it. You can't, like, it looks like a woven rug, and it has that pattern on like a full rug with that pattern looks okay, but it's like little bits of the pattern. It doesn't look right. You're right. Deuce Matina. Deuce Matina. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back. Having a good evening or morning, wherever you're from. Good to see you again. Have our OCDs too, Chip. Gold banding across the edge. Yeah, it doesn't hurt your brain as much. Exactly. I think it'll be good. Deus ex machina, or matina. I'll just keep calling you Deus. I think I used to call you Deuce though, so maybe Deus is better. I'll call you Deus. Why you love this community? Yeah, you guys like all think alike and have good suggestions. Yeah, this is true. This is very true. I think to fill in here, yeah, we'll use like the backs of bookshelves and things. I'm not gonna bother like using blocks for that because it's kind of, you know, it is like central. But what I could do as well in here for like, you know, a bit of like a railing concept around the stairs. Well, you know, I'll leave it as is for now. I think this is pretty good because I don't want it to be like too complicated too fast. We gotta think in slow little steps for a little build like this because there's gonna be a lot of intricate detail, a lot of little things. No worries, Selenial. Drayshawn, welcome in. Just woke up. Heck yeah. I know it's usually when you're going to bed because earlier, but hey, thanks for stopping by. Community of OCD, we all got it. Looking fancy, thanks. I think it's looking pretty good so far. I'm almost debating if I don't want to use the ectoplasm block in the bottom of the treehouse. Like, would it look right? All right, we gotta test it out while it's night. I gotta do some testing here. All right, let's do some work. I'm gonna wind down. Ah, nope. What happened? What did I just do? What did I just do? The game was like, it was so tired of me falling from the tree so many times. It was like, get the frick out. Just yeet you back to the cinder vault. I don't know what just happened there. Glitched in a block? Oh, I placed it midair and I glitched in the block. I think that's the first time that's ever happened to me. Sent you to the nether? Oh my goodness. So you died? In your dreams, Mina. In your dreams. It's still there. That should count. It's gonna be daytime soon. I better hurry up with this. I just want to get down to the lower level. I get to the bottom. All right, I think maybe I know what happened. It's recorded, y'all. Don't tell them that. All right, we just want to get like down here. And I want to put the green ectoplasm block, that one, on the very bottom of here. I want to see how it looks. Oh, it creates like a... Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Wait. I got idea. Let's see. Let me put these back. Okay, you ready for this idea? 2, 3, 4. I don't know how this is gonna work. Maybe it's total not gonna work. Oh, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Let's see. We're gonna hide them. We're gonna hide them in the block so that it makes it think it's glowing, but you'll never know where it's coming from. Alright, let's take the ring of light off. Is that doing anything? It is. It's subtle, but it is. See? It's like you can see the little bit of like the greenish reflection, and if I do it in a bunch of places on the bottom, I don't know, but it's subtle, but it's there, you know? Like maybe we don't want to actually go too glowy for the bottom. Maybe this is where we like put like a little skull lantern on the very tip of it or something instead. The other glowy stones, maybe like the green luminescent blocks instead of the... I think the ectoplasm ones are a little brighter and a little more vibrant though, so... I don't know. I think keeping it that subtle glow might be what we're wanting. Just really simple, and then maybe a little thing on the very tip here. So let's go. Let's do. I'm gonna destroy this, and we're gonna place this thing in the middle there. It like illuminates the cracks. Ooh, that kind of is neat because it's like a little smoky effect coming out the bottom. You can't really see it from far away. Alright, only you guys will know that green torch is in there. Nobody else will know. You'll see more the more you do. Be mysterious. Okay, I'll try. Hey, Spaceman, welcome in. You think about hanging some chain from the top. From the top to the very bottom point? Yeah, like I did do a center column here of the blue starlight block. I have a chain that's suspending it from the branch of the tree right now. If that's true, could do like a chain down the center as well. Do too much lighting, it'll look like a treetop casino. They'll never know, right? I think this could be pretty cool though, like, you know, in these spots basically. So like we want to destroy that, and then... Oh wait, that was like... Those blocks are like kind of necessary there. Does this mean it's not gonna like, it's not quite gonna work? Because I could also like, you know, like almost do like little patterns up the edges, but I don't know. I feel like the subtle is more what I want to do here. And maybe we could put them on the bottoms here and do this. Because then it at least has that green on the bottom there to like shine up from like that. I don't know, what do you guys think? I mean, we'll have to see how it looks at night for sure. But yeah. John, don't mind my cracks illuminated. Oh my goodness. I don't know if this doesn't, maybe it doesn't fit very well. You like it, Alpha? Or maybe like we can alternate them and then it doesn't like, you know, cause the weird textures, and it just becomes like a green point there. The other thing we can do here is this is always easy to do. Number one trick for roof blocks, you want to remove the texture. Just use the decay tool. And that's maybe what we could do here. And you know what? Using the decay tool on the ectoplasm darkens its glow, which is perfect here because I don't want it to be bright down here. Let's just make sure that's all dark. Yeah, see, look at that. It like, oh, and it even narrows it as well, which is what we want. Maybe it doesn't change its glow too much, but yeah, that's okay. 56, nobody wants to see that, John. Oh my goodness. Yeah, what do you guys think of this one? Keeping it like that, and then maybe we do but yeah. Yeah, Wage War, that's a easy trick. It works for a lot of roof blocks. There are some roof blocks where it doesn't, but it does work for some of them, where you can use the decay tool. Ooh, we could hide some in the corners here. Maybe that's what we do on the bottom. Let's see. Because those kind of fit really well there, and they even help with like the taper of the point. But like we just have them down here, and we don't include them in the. Oops, no, okay. It wanted me falling again. All right. I'm going back up. I think that could look cool. We'll see what it looks like at night. Looks like a green neon pen tip. Maybe we don't have it on the very bottom. Maybe we just have it in the corner side things. Yeah, you're right. It's like it kind of cuts the fantasy. Like we have it as a point on the top, but you really like it hiding in the corners. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that more so. And then we can just go ahead and repair this. So that's not... Okay, so we needed it in one more corner on this other side. Right up in there. And maybe we just leave it at that and leave it hidden in the bottom. And that's probably good, right? Oh yeah, like a globe. Yeah. We totally gotta do like some sort of point on the bottom, like some free placed, like whether it's like a gravestone poking down or something, right? Yeah, we gotta do something to like really just point the bottom in like a sharp point. Yeah, that I feel like that would be good as well. Let's look through actually. Let's look through and see what people have. The blacksmith doesn't really have lighting stuff. Let's go. Let's look through here. I'm like if there's like a candle thing, or like maybe we hang these from the bottom. We could hang the blue pendant, or like the singular purple pendant. Or actually, we could place one of these upside down. Wait. Let's think about something here. Because those placed upside... Oh, I don't know if they'd work, but we could try. This could be interesting. Like, upside down, you see what I'm saying? So, like, that becomes the point, and then just a slight bit of the globe shows out from under the block. You keep track of your storage? It's, that was Ebony's job. I don't is the answer, pretty much. No, Ebony came on. We could also, yeah, do upside down coffin lid, or the, gravestones there. Trying to think of like pointy type things. They could come down, or the globe for sure. The globe, yeah. So the organization down here was done by Ebony. She just kind of put things that were similar into chests. So it's like, because I don't have like a resource world or nothing. It's not like that big, but. This whole back wall is anything armor, weapons, cosmetics, anything like that. We've got the dye table This area is all my farmed goods. A bunch of them are still lingering in my upstairs chests, and then this whole row is blocks and terrain. This in here is dump chests. This whole row is dump chests. This here is all food, or yeah, plants, tree seedlings. It's kind of getting there, but turn the wall staff stand. Oh yeah, that could look good as well. Yeah, so I'm wondering. Let's see, what lights do I have down here? I don't know if I have. Oh, I do have the blue pendant light. Let's try that idea. Let's try it and see what it would look like. And then possibly, yeah, we may possibly use the globe, because I know what you guys are saying, because, like, you know, Alchemist has that cool, you know, a few of them. That's what I use for the bowling balls in the tavern. You know, these globes here that I could rotate upside down and kind of glitch into there. They don't glow, but they would create a nice looking cap, you know, so bottom or whatever. But hope for nice editable signs. Yeah, instead of the ones where they follow you and then they just disappear as you walk by. Yeah, I kind of want ones like Valheim. Like, Valheim has the signs down. You can even, like, edit the text size and color with HTML and stuff. It's nice. Oh yeah, the sword of the north. Yeah, like a sword pointing out the bottom. I like that idea for a point. Yeah, I like that idea if this lantern one doesn't quite work. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. Look at the bottom there. That looks really good at night with the glowing blocks hidden in the cracks and in the four corners. They're subtle and you really don't see them too much. That's exactly what I wanted. Just at the very tip of it. I'm not even doing them higher up. That's good. That's what I wanted. That's good. Easy there. All right. All right. I need to take this thing. We may have to, like, destroy and, like, hit the undo button a couple times. So what I'm thinking is, if we go down by, let's see here. We want to be down by about, I need to do like a pillar to see how many blocks this is. Because this is going to be confusing here. Okay. What if I place, let's start with 4. Nope, I want to do, well, yeah, I guess I have to do that. All right, we'll start with like 2 and then 3. Maybe we'll start with 3 and see what happens. Green torch and the green orb, top of the globe. Ooh, yeah. So what I was thinking here is this, because it actually snaps directly in the center of the block, so this might actually be perfect. So I need to rotate it all the way upside down so that it's like, you know, like that, I think. And then here, and then hit the undo button. Oh! I forgot that undoing my scaffolding was a thing as well. Right. Right. Need someone to run to the depot, bring stuff back. You do that. Ends up bring them back into your storage. PC versus Mac. Hey, that's no worries. All right, so that didn't work. I think maybe I could still hit the undo again and see what. Oh my goodness gracious! This is sketchy. Go shopping for me. You can be another one of the clutter queens, Mina. On a roll tonight. More like on my downfall. The downfall of Chip. Okay, I want to go on that one, and then I want to definitely go 4 blocks, not 3. So let's go ahead and pick this up. Alright, I'm gonna need it to be like right underneath it here. Pick that up. Alright. And then let's go down by 4. So 1 and 2 like that, and then 3 and okay, I just gotta remember to not stand on that block here in a bit. Alright, so we want to rotate it all the way upside down like before. Alright, like that, yep. Place it there. Get up on this one, and then undo, undo. And then undo. Okay, that didn't work. It wasn't rotated perfectly up. But you guys see what I'm saying? It leaves a point of the 3 ropes that come down, and if I get it rotated upright the way that I was thinking of doing it, which obviously failed there. Can I maybe point at the... No, I'm gonna need another thing here. Okay, let's see. Can I pick it up now? There. Okay. But yes, this is I think I can get it. You guys kind of know what I'm going for here. So we place 1 and 2. And then if I get it rotated right, which I just don't know. Let's see. Oh, hey, now we can deal with not having we can put this a little farther down. There we go. Okay. And then take this piece, rotate it around, but it has to be perfectly upright. So is that the right way? I think so. That looks right now. Okay, I had it only 1 off. We want to put it there, and then we want to hit... Oh! I literally thought I... Right. Not that time. And still no health. Shouldn't need the blocks? Oh, right, because I can just put like 1 below it. That's true. I was just coming down because I know exactly 4 blocks was what I needed there. Okay, now I'm curious to see how it looks. I'm having a lot of falls, but I'm not dying today, so from that regard, we're good. Right, okay. Like that. That's what I was trying to do. That right there is what I was trying to do, okay? So basically, that's our point, right? So it's like the globe comes down to a point like that. See? And it glows literally the same color green as the rest of the stuff, the ectoplasm blocks. I think that's cool. And it's subtle, but it's like, that's kind of nice. It's got the 3 little, things, but it comes down into a point and then illuminates the bottom just a little bit. Yeah, we'll go for that. I think the sword idea is pretty cool too. But well, I'll go for that in this case. The sword maybe would even be too bright depending, but the point is nice. Now y'all are probably like, God, stop yapping and get to the point. Alright. Alright. I'm purposely destroyed that one, mind you. Mind you, this was a purposeful fall. Alright. That part was not, but the rest was a purposeful fall. It's what you would picture with a certain chain, but like this idea better. Yeah, I think it works. I think it works, because now on the day too, like, yeah, it's again, it's very subtle, but it just illuminates so like that the bottom just isn't quite in pitch black, And I think that's good. All right, so can I remove some of these? There we go, and then that one, and that one. There we go. Yay! All right. So now it looks totally normal in the day. Very, very subtle, but just isn't pitch black at night, which is what I was going for. So I think we achieved that successfully. And I think the entire interior of this place, the layout at least, is finished. Now we just need to finish a lot of the like pillars and other things that kind of come up on the sides here. And for those, I am thinking some of the gold windows. I'll mess around with a couple things before we wrap it up, but I'll probably save like interior decor and stuff for another another stream. We still did get a bit done. We got the whole roof and everything today. All right, so let's go to those windows. I want these, yeah, the large golden ones. I'm gonna need to go and make a little dump run. A resource run, I should say. I think I've got some, but I guess we'll see. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Everyone who's been following or subscribing, I really appreciate it. All right. I think I think this is the version with the water biome, if I'm not mistaken. Where would I find these windows? I see all the blocks. No worries, Green Mossy. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you stopping by. Let's get a good old window frame and the large one. Let's get a few options. All right. We'll try something here just to see how it would look, because again, the gold theme, we did that for the blacksmith hut as well, so it actually fits with the consistency there, and it could work. The Enshrouded Home Depot, yeah, the Shroud Depot. Yes, that was the Shroud Depot. 3D's also got an awesome one as a server. I just haven't gotten used to it yet, and I still haven't drained that world, so I've just been logging in there. Alright, so I know these little guys might be... Oh, you know what? Well, actually, the big ones would still be nice in here. Yeah, and they still look good with the outer things on them, but... Yeah, this could be nice. So we can do those on the corners. I'm thinking anyway, because they're a little large. Like maybe in here. Let's see. If we go into our fine rotation, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe like 5 on the edge of each thing, but I don't know. It's kind of in the center there. Get almost everything in the game there. Yeah, it really is nice. The depots and stuff, definitely. I think these are going to be more like pillars or the prison fence pieces, which means yes, technically these pieces. This is... Oh, I don't want that blocking off my door. I want them here. I think this will be nice. In the middle of the prison fence pieces. And then, oh, did I not put the one on this side? I don't think I did. Okay. Then we can continue them up to the top. Well, let's see, what would make the most sense here? Should I do it like that, to where it's like even on the edges, or maybe the tops actually should become like the little 3 high. Yeah, I've got some ideas for the top sections. The only issue is this side here. I don't know what to do about that because yeah, it's like not quite or maybe I do the things on the bottom. So let's go ahead and pick that up. And then let's see how far down is too low. That already glitches into the roof portion, doesn't it? What can I do for these? 1, 2, maybe 3 of these ones. Yeah, the green square windows at the bottom or the top, that would be very nice. Yes. I do think those would look really good. Yeah, the big thing is like, at least or at the bottom they could work, but This piece right here is finicky because, well, maybe okay, what about those two? Does that bring it up to the same height? That brings up, that's perfect. That is perfect. And then yes, let's use the green stained glass ones for the top. I like that idea. That's perfect. That's why Enshrouded made the smaller ones. I like it when a game just like makes pieces that make sense. It makes sense to use. So let's do these little guys because it's a 4 wide gap. Or, oh, these ones, the granite ones there. Let's get a bunch of options. Okay, so we got those. I don't need them anymore there. Okay, let's try these. Oh, the smaller gold windows turn sideways fit? They probably would above those areas. But yeah, I kind of like the variation of having these green ones if they look decent. I was either thinking 2 of these side by side, which technically fit in here, you know, perfectly. Oh, and those have like the iron around them to fit in with the prison fence piece. I kind of like that rather than like these ones and doing like a bunch of them. I kind of like the way these have like that thicker trim on them. That looks kind of nice. So we'll do those at the very tops. And then, let's see here. Can I get around this side? Well, maybe I'm just gonna have to, I'm not gonna try to do that. We're just gonna build some scaffolding here. Okay. Favorite windows? Yeah, these really are cool. There we go. So now we've got some light. It's kind of even. We've got the door section. What are we looking like now? Ooh, yeah, that looks really cool. It kind of brings out the crystal vibe too with the reflectiveness of them near the tops. Yeah, I really like that. And then we'll use like columns, pillars, fences, you know, keep the sides pretty open. Is what I want to do for those. But yeah, this is cool. This is really cool. I like it a lot, and I think it's off to a really good start for the hanging alchemist hut. It looks very small from the outside, but yeah, safety third. Hey, this actually ain't too bad. But yeah, it looks very small from the outside, but it's actually got quite a bit of space. Like this is nearly the size of like, you know, a starter house that I would do. And it really does. It really does have some room. We put a lot of storage up in here, or some little things, and yeah, totally. Once we deck it out living space-wise and getting all the lighting and stuff in here, I think it's a cool idea. And like I said, I always like to try builds that are slightly different from anything I've done. And this felt like one of those, where I've been wanting to see how a hanging treehouse could look. And I could totally imagine a bunch of these hanging from multiple tree branches with grapples in between them, or bridges, and changing the designs around and stuff. Yeah, that bottom point looks great. I think we did it. We did it. That's the outline I'm going for. I think the multiple like levels at different points there just looks really good as well. Kind of dividing that up, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the layout. Yeah, and the glowing green around the top there. Once we get that orange and purple light on the inside, I think it's really gonna come to life. I think that'll look, because I do want it to look bright. I want it to look like a glowing, again, that was my inspiration for it. I want it to be like a glowing crystal hanging from the tree branch, a little bit like that, you know, while still fitting in with the rest of the stuff there. But hope Balthazar doesn't get motion sickness from it swinging around a lot if it's a windy day. That is true. That is true. I probably wouldn't want to live in one of these in real life if it was a windy day. You could anchor it with a solid iron beam to the tree. If the tree was actually this big, it wouldn't really move around at all. But yeah, I love it. I love how you can see the tree look out, like even on the balcony here, look out at the sunset. Down here to have nice views of the VUCA area and the forest. I love it. I love it, and I love that it's like perfect height to actually be able to stand underneath all of these. Yeah, obsidian pillars, maybe that could look kind of cool. We'll figure something out for these little diagonal sections, you know? Worst case, I mean, we've got the prison fence pieces, right? So, like, I could do, you know, a full wall like that, and technically you cannot walk through the middles. They are technically safe, and, you know, I could do those up the sides with a little bit of, like, decoration in between them and things like that. So yeah, we'll figure something out. We could even do like diagonal beams like at the heights of these levels, but a full circle all the way around. With the yeah, I've got some ideas that we could make it work. Actually, I'm really glad you can't walk in between those, and then these little sides could sort of be like, you know, maybe put a pillar here and then one like right here or something. We'll figure it out, and you know, I don't want it to look too bird cagey, so I've got some ideas to make, you know, to break it up a bit. But that's one idea, because I do want to keep it open. I really do. I like that idea. Johnny Ringo, welcome in. Came in late. You're done, but looks awesome. Yeah, we'll be wrapping up stream soon here. It's not done. We'll have a bunch of interior decorating, obviously, and we got to finish the walls. I love the glass, the stained glass windows at the top, how they reflect the light of the roof as well at night. That's nice. But yeah, we did finish the exterior here. Aside from these large diagonal walls that I'm still gonna have to figure out. But I think this is a really good layout to start. We've got a cool thing going on here. All right. Sweet. There's a wood elf vibe. Gonna do with the top room, Mina? I don't know. First, I'll see if we can fit a bed in it somehow. Because it could become a bedroom for, like, the collector as well. You could put him up here with the alchemist. And, yeah, I was thinking either... I mean, it could also just be the collector's. Well, the collector should go, like, in a crypt somewhere in the forest village. But yeah, I was thinking either a bedroom or some other secret room. Like, maybe some potion stash or, like, treasure stash. We could put some gold up there or something, you know? Make it, like, some interesting, like, little, like... You wouldn't think you could fit up there, but yet you actually can, and it actually has a decent amount of space, which is really surprising. But yeah, we really could do that. I think this little piece here, I kind of want this to just be filled in. I feel like, and maybe that too. That way it's like, yeah, I don't know, it just looks a little nicer. It doesn't need to be all chopped for this upper level here. Okay, cool. So yeah, we do have some space up here to do something with. We can even fully walk around here if we put a railing around the stairs, and it'll technically work. So much better. Hey, there you go, Mina. Yeah, that was bothering me too. I was like, I don't think it's necessary up there. Sweet. All right, you guys. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there for tonight. Felt good to get back to this and chat with you all and stuff. I know it's been quite a while. So I really appreciate you all hanging in there and, you know, getting along with your lives without me. I know it's really hard. No, yeah, I really appreciate y'all stopping by, though. Do stay tuned because there's a lot coming in the coming weeks. Yeah, we'll start having some Soul Mask stuff. You know, like I said, I'm not allowed to say much about that, but that's a big partnership I'm currently working on for their 1.0 release, so do check out their trailers and stuff on their channel for that. There's a lot cooking up over there with Soul Mask, and I think it'll be a fun one for the channel. And then we also got Crimson Desert coming out on the 19th that I do plan to get, as of now at least, and do a really fun live stream series adventure with you all. I think it could be kind of fun just to see like what a cutting-edge technology game looks like with the rendering and graphics and storytelling and like all of that stuff, which I think could be kind of fun. So yeah, stay tuned for some more little videos here and there. I'll try to do some streams as I can, depending on the schedule with everything. But yeah, near the end of this month, things will start clearing up a lot more and all of that good stuff. But I really appreciate y'all stopping by again. So I suppose with that... Oopsie, wrong screen. There we go. Keep forgetting my camera one. So yeah, subscribe, follow, If you haven't already, exclamation Discord in the chat if you want to join the community Discord server. And I will see you all in the next one. Alrighty. Cheers, friends.